the Jackson Christian Gymnasium, we welcome you inside.
And 101.5 and the high school game of the week.
From Jackson Christian Gymnasium, we welcome you inside. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Chapman. Girls basketball just underway between the Jackson Christian Eagles and the Madison Mustangs. The tip went the way of the Mustangs. They missed the first shot, and it's with the Lady Eagles going their way. Eagles working the ball from left to right across your radio dial. Streaming tonight on WNWS.com via video feed. You can also tune us in your car at News Talk 101.5. First game on the radio for these Jackson Christian Eagles this season. It is the home opener as the shot is blocked down low, and it's going back the way of Madison, moving right to left across that radio dial. It is in the short corner. Shot is up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles, and pressure in the backcourt. The Eagles coming in 5-2 off a loss on Tuesday against Lexington on the road. Trinity Brooks driving to the hoop, drew some contact. She put a shot up, but prior to the shot, a block whistled against Taylor Harris. Again, joining you just with the tip underway here in the opening quarter of action. We'll get you the 5 starters here on the floor as well as the inbound pass goes to the Eagles and a tie-up underneath the bucket. A jump ball is whistled, and the Eagles will hold on to it in their end. Still scoreless with 7:02 to go in the opening quarter, just underway in the first minute of action. Inbound right below the bucket, and it's put up with 2 hands and good for Alana Yarborough. The freshman opens the scoring, and a steal on the inbound going the other way. Trinity Brooks, had the ball swatted out of bounds, and after a quick turnover, the Eagles right back with it in their front court. But Aaron Baines, the senior, along with Trinity Brooks, Taylor Baines, Alana Yarborough, and Ava Jones, the 5 starters tonight for Jackson Christian. It's with Taylor Baines on the right wing, and now in the corner. Here comes a 3-pointer on the way, and it is good. Ava Jones swishes one home, and it's an early 5-0 lead for the Eagles. And a whistle in the backcourt as I believe somebody committed a foul. So with the Mustangs, and it's on the low block. Now a pass back up high, 2-pointer on the way. That one falls. Sandrea Hurt opens the scoring for the Mustangs, 5-2 here in the opening quarter of action. Again, the Eagles coming off a loss their last time out, as there's a whistle and a foul called, a jump ball rather, on the inbound pass. And Madison able to get the ball back, and an inbound shot is missed underneath the bucket. Scrum for the basketball, and it's snagged by the Mustangs. They get it back down low. Layup doesn't fall. Another chance added, and on the 4th try of the possession, Taylor Harris able to put up a 2-handed lay-in. Taylor Baines pushing the tempo all the way up court for the Eagles, and it's with Ava Jones over on the left wing. Jones being guarded closely, working to the free throw line, now passing the near corner. Trinity Brooks will try a 3, swirls in and out. Yarborough battling for the rebound. She's able to knock it away and pick it up. Still at the Eagles. Ball deflects off the foot of a Mustang defender and out of bounds. It'll stay with Jackson Christian. 1-point game here early on, 5-4. Ava Jones a 3-pointer, and Alana Yarborough 1 for 2 from the field. Taylor Baines gives to Ava Jones on the right wing. Back up high on a reset with Baines. Bounce pass back over to the right wing. Trinity Brooks comes over to help in the short corner. Jones thought about a 3, now passes to the free throw line. Baines is triple teamed there. A tie-up for the ball and a jump ball whistled. It will stay with Jackson Christian. First substitute coming on for Jackson Christian, Lily Barnes. The freshman takes off Trinity Brooks and will inbound the ball underneath their own hoop. Pass goes up high to the top of the key. It's now in the short corner, and a shot from Barnes rattles in and out, and the rebound is grabbed by Genesis Pearson. Amina Madwas, Sandrea Hurt, Sherida Peggs, and Taylor Harris, the others on the floor to start this one for the Madison Mustangs. Here comes the 3-pointer, and that one won't fall. Scrum for the rebound under the hoop, and down on the floor, Taylor Baines able to just cover it up like a fumble, and another jump ball whistled on the tie-up, and the Mustangs will hold on to it. Back-to-back Fridays that these two teams have squared off against each other. Jackson Christian and Madison playing in a neutral site game last Friday at Gibson County, and the Eagles were able to come away with a 54-43 win. A couple of shots wouldn't fall under the hoop, but Madison able to get an offensive rebound. Right-handed toss is no good. And on the third shot attempt, a foul called, and this should send the Mustangs to the line. Amina Madwa will shoot free throws. But before those free throws in come, a timeout called by Brian Freeman. So a chance to catch you up on the action so far as we joined you right at tip-off. We are at home here at Jackson Christian. It's the home opener for the girls and the boys after almost 2 weeks worth of basketball games on the road for these Eagles clubs. But after 7 games on the road to start the season, Jackson Christian coming in at 5-2. For the Madison Mustangs, again, they lost last Friday against Jackson Christian and lost on Tuesday against Trinity Christian. Lost by 20, 56-36 the final in that one. So it's been rough sledding recently for Madison, looking to end a losing skid tonight. So going to the line is Amina Madwa for 2 shots, and this first one to tie the game, it's too strong. Off the mark, and a buzzer and a substitution. And in comes the senior, Lexi Bell, for the first time tonight. Second shot is up, and that one won't go. Rebound under the hoop, pulled down by Alana Yarborough. And now a scrum for the ball in the corner as there's another jump ball. We've had 5 or 6 jump balls already here in the first 3 minutes of the game. And this one going the way of Jackson Christian, inbounding in their own backcourt. It goes to Baines and then right back to Lily Barnes, the inbounder. She's able to push it into the front court and give to the point guard Taylor Baines up high. It's with Jones on the left wing. And Jones guarded closely by Madwa. Over to Bell on the right wing. Gives back up high to Baines. Baines double team, top of the key. Gives over to Bell. Bell passes into the right corner. Barnes driving all the way into the key. Put one up, didn't get it. Rebound pulled down by Yarborough. Now a scrum for the ball under the hoop. And Ava Jones comes away with it. She puts one up short of the free throw line. Had the shot blocked. And it's pulled down by Genesis Pearson. Going back the way of Madison High. 5-4, Eagles lead it. Here comes a three-pointer. Would not fall from the right wing. And a jump ball in the key as 2 girls from both teams had their arms locked around the basketball. And this will stay with the Mustangs. One substitute off. The center, Taylor Harris, subs off. She has a pair of points. And the inbound goes to the newly entered Grace Dyer. Here comes a short shot, a 17-footer, off the mark. The offensive board is grabbed, and the rebound is laid in by the Mustangs. So they take a 6-5 lead, their first lead of the game, with 3:20 to go in the opening quarter of action here on a Friday night at Jackson Christian. Bounce pass down low to Lexi Bell. She put one up, but was slapped on the wrist. Foul will go against Sharita Peggs, her first personal. And Lexi Bell will be heading to the charity stripe for 2 shots. Senior puts the first one up, clanks off the front of the rim, and is no good. Back on the floor, checks in Trinity Brooks. She'll take off Ava Jones. Brooks back in the game, one of the original 5 starters. Just to give you some of the colors out there on the court, Jackson Christian wearing their home white unis. We have not seen those yet this year. Again, their first home game as Lexi Bell makes 1 of 2 from the line. As for Madison, the Mustangs in their navy blue uniforms with the crimson red numbers on the front and the back of the uniforms. There's a tie-up in the corner off the missed shot, and Brian Freeman calls a timeout. Lady Eagles head coach wanted to talk it over after his girls were pinned in the corner, and that 30-second timeout will come with 2:59 to go in the opening quarter. The assistants, by the way, for Jackson Christian, Sarah Campbell and Kim Watson. Sarah and Kim able to actually be the lead coaches back on Tuesday when we were at Lexington. Brian Freeman was feeling a little under the weather, just a small stomach ache from what I've told, so he's back as the lead man tonight. But Sarah Campbell, Kim Watson doing an admirable job filling in on Tuesday. Short notice for them, as the Jackson Christian Eagles were unable to come up with the win on the road at Lexington. The boys played a thriller of a game, though. Dylan Arnold hitting a buzzer-beating three-pointer to force overtime, and in the dying seconds of OT, the Eagles able to pull it out against the Big Red Tigers and improve to 4-2 on the year. The boys will play immediately after action concludes for the girls tonight. Trinity Brooks with a deep inbound into the front court for the Eagles. It goes to Alana Yarborough, who drives to the baseline, puts one up with the right hand, and was fouled. Alana Yarborough will go to the line for two. We'll see who the foul is on. It is number 11. Just kidding, number 14. There's no 11 on the floor. Number 14, Sandrea Hurt, is slapped with her first personal foul of the game. And the first shot from Alana Yarborough is off the mark. Yarborough, the 5'5" freshman, puts the second shot up. That one too strong as well, and the rebound is pulled down by Genesis Pearson. Pearson, the center, who's probably one of the tallest girls on the court at the moment, and she's down on the block. Tried to put one up with the left hand, was blocked by Yarborough. Good pressure D down low. And the ball was last touched by the Mustangs before going out of bounds, so the Eagles will inbound on their own baseline. And quickly push past some backcourt pressure, get the ball up below the hoop. It's put up by Lily Barnes, and wide open. She finishes high off the glass for her first field goal of the game. So Barnes, the freshman, getting involved in the action. On the other end, a shot from about 10 feet on the corner. It was no good, and as Pearson pulled down the rebound, a foul is called. Oh, and Pearson actually whistled for that foul. She came down with the ball on the offensive rebound, but they will say she shoved off. So Pearson trying to use some of that size down low. Hit with her first personal foul. And it's back with the Eagles with 2:15 to go in the opening quarter. Eagles lead 8-6 on their home opener here in 2020. It's up high, top of the key. Freshman Taylor Baines running the point, running the offense. A bounce pass to Lexi Bell. She works it around the perimeter. Nice spin in the lane and a kick back out to the right wing. Baines steps forward to the right elbow. 17-footer would not go. Yarborough able to deflect it and get the offensive rebound. Still at the Eagles, and 1:40 to go in the opening quarter. Trinity Brooks put one up, an air ball from the short corner. And it's going back the way of the Mustangs. 2-point game here early on. 8-6 Eagles, and a double dribble in the backcourt. Sharita Peggs briefly lost the dribble, picked it back up, and is whistled for the turnover. So just really an unforced error there will benefit Jackson Christian and give the ball right back to them with 1:30 to go in our opening quarter of action. Lexi Bell passing up high to Baines, and she has it stolen away. Amina Madwa on the other end, uncontested, finishes with a right-hand layup. And we are tied at 8 with just over a minute to go in the quarter. Up near the timeline, it is Baines. She gives to Bell on the right wing, back up high. They swing it around the perimeter. Trinity Brooks tries a three from the left wing, and it's too short. Loose ball. Taylor Harris nearly came up with it. Yarborough slapped it out of bounds, and the Mustangs will take over. 4 team fouls for the Mustangs here in the opening quarter. They're playing some physical basketball early on, just 2 for the Eagles. But a tied 8-8 game with 40 seconds to go. And Madwa, the point guard, up at the top of the key. Pass over to the right wing. Close defense against Peggs, and a pass down low is finished off by Taylor Harris. The big center has her second field goal and leads the way with the Mustangs 4 of their 10 points. With Baines, bounce pass into the lane. Nice kick to the short corner. Lily Barnes will try a jump shot, and it wouldn't fall. A little too strong off the back of the rim And Amina Madwa comes up with the rebound. Now a three-pointer as time expires. It's too short. No one can come down with the rebound. And the buzzer sounds to end our first quarter here on a Friday night at Jackson Christian. The Mustangs able to get a bucket late and take a 10-8 lead through one quarter of action. Let's go ahead and send it to break for 1 minute here on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos at Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989. 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
Keeping you informed, alerted, and entertained. We're Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
Second quarter of action underway with the Lady Eagles, the opening possession. They try a three-pointer from the far corner, and it would not go. Trinity Brooks managed to get the offensive rebound, but a double dribble will turn it over back to the way of the Mustangs. Madison Mustangs leading through the first quarter of action 10-8 after a late bucket plopped in by Taylor Harris. 7:39 to go in the half. Andrew Chapman with you from the gymnasium here at Jackson Christian High School. The home opener after 7 games on the road to start the season for the Eagles, an impressive 5-2 in the early going. It's on the right wing with the Mustangs, now with Madwa over onto the left wing. A pass down onto the left block by Pearson. Shot did not go. She got her offensive rebound and was fouled on the putback and will go to the line for 2 shots. Genesis Pearson hit with a couple of personal fouls in the opening quarter. Had to sub off, but is back on the floor to start the second, and her first free throw falls. And it's up to a 3-point lead for the Mustangs. These Jackson Christian Eagles again beat Madison last Friday. So these two sides have seen each other twice over the last 7 days. It was a 54-43 11-point win for the Lady Eagles at a neutral site game at Gibson County last Friday. The pass is stolen away by the Mustangs. Grace Dyer came up with it and gives back up high to Madwa. Pass over to the left wing, a long 2-pointer incoming, and it's too strong off the mark, but a pass back to the top of the key, and a 3-pointer falls for Sharita Peggs. Her first bucket from beyond the arc. The other end, Ava Jones tried to drive to the bucket with her left hand and had the shot blocked away. So the Mustangs, with our largest lead of the game, up by 6. And in the short corner, Alana Yarborough reached in, tried to swat away the basketball, and is whistled for a foul. For Yarborough, that's her first personal and the 4th team foul of the half. A couple of subs coming on for the Eagles as well. Off goes Yarborough and Baines. In comes Aaron Baines, along with Lexi Bell. It is on the perimeter with the Mustangs. They try and pass down low underneath the hoop, and the ball was off the hands of Grace Dyer and out of bounds. Going back the way of Jackson Christian. The Lady Eagles in their home white unis moving from left to right. If you're tuning us in on the radio, also streaming live via video feed on WNWS.com. A pass up high near midcourt to Trinity Brooks was knocked away, and on the other end, the Mustangs are fouled and they finish. An and-one effort from Sharita Peggs, and she'll go to the line to try and finish off a 3-point play. It's been all Mustangs here in the second quarter of action. They have outscored the Eagles 6-0 since the break. And the three-point play is good. Free throw hung on the rim for a moment, and it's dropped in by Peggs, who now leads the way for the Mustangs with a team-high 6. Trinity Brooks working along the key. She gets one high off the window, is fading towards the baseline, and it fell. So Trinity Brooks connects for her first bucket. And on the other end, quickly pushing the tempo, a charge is committed as Amina Madwa knocked Lexi Bell to the floor. And the senior Bell able to get in front of the basket and stop the quick transition drive. So 17-10, 10-point lead, biggest of the game for the Mustangs. And slowly setting the offense up high is Erin Baines. She passes onto the left wing, and a cross perimeter pass goes to Lexi Bell. Thought about a deep three-pointer, did not fall, or rather held onto the ball, and Erin Baines able to come up with it at the point. Trying to find Ava Jones on the wing, and the pass is over top of her head and sails into the bleachers. With 5:04 to go in the first half of action, it's back with the Mustangs moving from right to left. Amina Madwa, the talented point guard, brings the ball up, and back up high, it's Sandra Hurt. There's a travel as Madwa got the ball and was working along the baseline and turns the ball over. So a couple of turnovers on a charge for Madwa, and then a traveling call against her. See if the Eagles can capitalize from a couple of free possessions here and try and get back in this, down by 7 here early. But the pass down into the key is stolen away by Pearson, and Madwa with it on the other end. Peggs, the leading scorer with 6 up high, gives to Madwa on the left wing. She'll try a three-pointer, and she hits it. 20-point lead for the Mustangs as they've now doubled up the Eagles. And this one has a different feel from what we saw on Friday, a game that the Lady Eagles led pretty much from start to finish. Trinity Brooks' short shot does not go. It's short off the rim. And the rebound is pulled down by Peggs. Madwa going to try another three from the left wing. That time she does not connect. And Pearson up with the rebound, puts one up in the middle of the key. Third shot is blocked from behind by Lily Barnes. Swatted away Grace Dyer in her layup attempt. It goes out of bounds, and the Mustangs will hold on to it. Meanwhile, Ava Jones and Lexi Bell sub off. Pearson off the floor for the Mustangs. And into the game. We'll get you those subs in just a moment as a three-pointer from Dyer was a little short, and a scrum for the ball in the key. Jump ball whistled, and this will stay with the Mustangs. Erin Baines is back out there for the Eagles, along with Lana Yarborough, the second of 2 subs just a moment ago. Pass knocked away on the inbound, and it's with the Eagles. Moving from left to right, here comes Baines, quickly pushing the tempo, finds Erin Baines, her sister, in the far corner, and the shot from three-point land is high off the backboard and well off the mark. Mustangs come down with it, and the scoring drought at 2 for the Eagles in the corner. A pass leading to the hoop goes Yarborough, and she puts one up and is fouled. Nice job by Lily Barnes to lead Yarborough to the hoop, and she'll go to the line for 2 points, or 2 shots in the. Get you the. I believe they just hit 32 with the foul. And to be honest with you, I think they did a jersey change on us before the game because I don't have 32 on my roster, so we'll try and clarify who 32 is for you at the half. Alana Yarborough couldn't get her first shot to go. So Ava Jones still leading the way for the Eagles with 3 points. Hit a three-pointer early on in the first quarter of action. And Yarborough trying to cut it to single digits. The deficit, her second shot, short off the rim. Lily Barnes able to get the rebound, though, along the baseline and keep it in the front court for the Eagles. newly entered into the game, Hannah DeWitt, the sophomore, getting her first bit of action on the floor. And she gives over to the left wing with Ava Jones. Pass into the key, Yarborough, triple team, kicks it out to Barnes, who puts one up and has her shot blocked away by Dyer. Quick transition on the other end. Peggs pushing the tempo. And now a loose ball and a shove will give the ball back to the Eagles. And I think they're going to hit Peggs with the personal. They do. Peggs had the ball knocked away from her, and as she was trying to scrap and claw to get it back, shoved Hannah DeWitt. And that fouled the 7th of the half, which will put the Eagles in the bonus. So 1 shot plus the bonus upcoming for Hannah DeWitt. And her first shot is good. So DeWitt into the score column, and that free throw will cut it to a 20-11 game with 2:47 to go in the half. Second shot for DeWitt is good. First Eagle to go 2 for 2, perfect from the line tonight, so you like to see that. Hannah DeWitt trying to change the narrative here in the final minutes of the opening half. 8-point game, and here comes a three-pointer from the Mustangs. Very short, just clipped the bottom of the rim, but it is Madwa scooping up the offensive rebound and hitting a 20-foot jumper for her 5th point of the game. Taylor Baines, freshman, working the point, gives to Ava Jones, who resets up high. Baines going to try a right wing three-pointer, and it's no good. But the rebound pulled down by DeWitt, tried to bounce pass back up high, had her pass stolen away by the Mustangs. And on the other end, underneath the hoop, the Mustangs lose the dribble. Peggs turned it over. And it's back with the Eagles with 2:02 to play. Taylor Harris, the center for the Mustangs, subs off. And into the game, checking back in, is Genesis Pearson. Baines driving to the hoop, right-handed layup, no good. Offensive board pulled down by Barnes, but she lost it. Pearson up with the ball, she hits the floor, and before Jackson Christian able to get the jump ball and tie up the basketball, Kitty Allen, the head coach of the Mustangs, calls a timeout. So a close game in the opening quarter of action. If you're just joining us, the Lady Eagles led pretty much throughout the quarter, and Taylor Harris hit a bucket in the last 30 seconds or so to put the Mustangs up 10-8. They have led since. Actually went on a 6-0 run out of the quarter break to begin the second and have led by as many as 10. That is where their lead is right now, 22-12. They have outscored the Eagles 12-4 here in the second quarter alone. So really a tale of two quarters. And for the Lady Eagles here in their home opener, trying to win their, or put an end to their short losing skid after a loss on Tuesday. Quickly on the other end after the inbound, the Mustangs put up a layup, but it's missed. And underneath the hoop, Yarborough came down with the offensive board. And I don't know if this was a foul or a jump ball. It's a foul. It's Andrea Hurt trying to muscle away the ball from Yarborough. And was whistled for the foul, so that will send the Eagles back to the line to shoot 1 plus the bonus. And Yarborough's first free throw is good. So Yarborough now tied for the team high with 3 points, along with senior Ava Jones, who's out there on the floor, DeWitt, Barnes, and Taylor Baines, the others on the floor for the Eagles. Second shot for Yarborough incoming, and down it goes. So a perfect 2 for 2. You like to see that. That could be one positive thing for Brian Freeman to take into the halftime break. His team's 4 for 4 from the stripe over their last 4 attempts. Yarborough now leading the way with those 4 points of hers, and the inbound pass is stolen away. Trinity Brooks was able to pick it off. She gets the ball back in the short corner and hits a 15-foot jumper to put this game back within 6. Trinity Brooks now with 3. And on the other end, underneath the hoop, Mustangs miss a layup, loose ball, and it's grabbed by Taylor Baines. Trying to beat out some backcourt pressure. She hits the deck with Madwa, a tie-up, a jump ball, and the Eagles will retain possession. With 1:10 to go in the half, a 22-16 game. With the Mustangs on top. A substitute before the inbound is Aaron Baines checks in. And Baines now has it on the right corner. Pass back up high near midcourt with Trinity Brooks. Baines comes to help and will now reset as the point guard. Baines being guarded, a mismatch against the taller Pearson. Dribbling into the key, gets a right-handed floater up, but it's blocked and deflected out of bounds. Sharita Peggs got her right hand on it, able to swat it away. And a quick inbound pass goes right to Baines. She got a shot up and was fouled. That was a heads-up play by Brooks. The Madison defense really was not set on that inbound play. She saw Baines underneath the hoop and just gave it right to her. Baines threw it up and was able to draw some contact. And her first shot is good. To go 2 for 2, and that one rolls out for Baines, but Yarborough right under the hoop got the offensive rebound, missed the putback, and the rebound pulled down by Pearson. So 5 of 6 from the line here in the quarter alone for the Lady Eagles, and a foul on the other end as Madison is really trying to put the tempo. They have hardly spent any time working the ball up the floor, trying to really set up any sort of offense. They are just run and gun, go to the hoop off of turnovers, quickly off of inbounds. And they're trying to tire out the legs of the Lady Eagles. A couple of subs coming on for the Mustangs. Back out there, Taylor Harris. And the inbound goes to Madwa. Here's a jumper from the free throw line with under 40 seconds to go. It was too strong, but the rebound pulled down by Taylor Baines, trying to push her way up the floor, and she was shoved by Pearson. And will head right back to the free throw line. The second personal foul for Genesis Pearson. And now with 10 team fouls here in the half, it's guaranteed 2 shots for Taylor Baines, who hits her first. So the Eagles now 6 of 7 from the line in the second quarter. Some good shooting and make it 7 of 8. Taylor Baines knocks down both free throws. Really solid work from the stripe here in the quarter, and they've cut it back within 3 as a result. A layup with the left hand was missed. Taylor Harris pulled down a rebound, but she shoved the Eagles in the back and is hit with her second personal. So that's going to send the Eagles right back to the line. They are being given plenty of opportunities from the free throw line, and they are capitalizing on all of them. 7 of 8 from the line in the quarter. And as a result, they've cut a 10-point deficit down to 3. Can get it within 1 here as Yarborough misses her first with 26.5 to go in the half. We will have a halftime report for you here from Jackson Christian after we take a break following the conclusion of action here at the Jackson Christian Gymnasium. Second shot for Yarborough is good. We'll take a break and come back with some halftime stats, all a part of the Eagles' halftime report. On the inbound pass, the Mustangs had the ball knocked away, but they will hold on to it. Last touch by the Eagles with an even 20 seconds to go. So after Yarborough goes 1 of 2 from the line, it's a 2-point game. 22-20 Mustangs lead. They've led since late in the opening quarter. Madwa on the wing, gives up high. It's with Peggs. Back to Madwa, right wing three-pointer incoming. It is no good, off the back of the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Barnes. Just 2 seconds to go. Got to get a shot up, and the horn sounds. Barnes was pressured around midcourt and was unable to find an open look at the half-court heave, and action will conclude. But the Eagles make a big push down the stretch, going 8 of 10 from the free throw stripe in the second quarter, and they cut a 10-point deficit down to 2 as we go to the break. 22-20, Madison on top as the Jackson Christian Eagles open things at home. Let's go ahead and take a 3-minute break, and we will be back for the Eagles halftime report here from Jackson Christian High School. You're listening to Lady Eagles basketball on News Talk 101.5.
Don't fumble the ball when it's time to choose a body shop. Choose Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and has rental cars on site for your convenience. Free estimates and free local pickup and delivery. If other drivers were off sides and your car suffered a little unnecessary roughness, remember it's a win every time at Mitchell's. For a safe and economical repair, getting you and your car back in the game. Like Mitchell's Body Shop on Facebook. They're giving away tickets to some of your favorite games. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson.
Need a haircut on a Monday, but no salons open? We've all been there with hairdressers not open on Mondays. Not anymore. House of Hair opens Monday and every Monday. Walk-ins welcome, appointments to suit your schedule. And right now, House of Hair is looking to hire 3 hairdressers and a nail technician. House of Hair, a full-service hair salon. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 16A Conrad Drive, Jackson. 731-240-1660.
Has this pandemic got you upside down financially? Yes. Hey, we've been there, and we're here to help at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry. We buy, sell, and trade firearms. Krasner Pawn and Jewelry also buys and sells Rolex watches and diamonds. We loan money. And Krasner Pawn and Jewelry buys gold money from 9 to 5. KrasnerPawn.com. And take a look at our items on Facebook at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry, 2156 North Highland Avenue. Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor. Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today. 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. Or 731-668-1777. KimberlyEvans.com.
Have you been looking over and over online in search of that perfect engagement ring or that special piece of jewelry that you can envision in your head but just can't seem to find? Well, come let RJ Case Custom Design Studio, located inside Roberts Jewelers, bring your very own design to life. Come book your one-of-a-kind jewelry creation experience with RJ Case's head designer, Chris, by visiting Roberts Jewelers right away. If you can dream it, RJ Case can design it. RJ Case, located inside Roberts Jewelers, Van Drive, Jackson.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, Hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
The latest news, hottest talk, Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
Welcome back inside the gym here at Jackson Christian High School. It is a 22-20 game. It wasn't that close, though, for most of the second quarter until the Lady Eagles were able to go 8 from 10 from the free throw line, take advantage of some of those free points, and cut it down to 2. 10-8 game after the first quarter, and then into the second, the Madison Mustangs went on a 6-0 run to extend to as many as 10. But again, as mentioned, Jackson Christian able to short the deficit down the stretch. It is 2 points here at the halftime break. Give you the scoring look, and really it's been a well-balanced offense across the board. All 8 of the players kind of getting involved here in the scoring. Lily Barnes with a bucket, along with Hannah DeWitt, a pair of free throws. Erin Baines, she's made 1 shot from the charity stripe. Trinity Brooks has 3. Ava Jones hit a 3-pointer early on in the first quarter of action. Taylor Baines with a couple of points. Lexi Bell with 1, and Alana Yarborough has 5 points. So you go over that whole stretch. Every single one of the 8 active players for the Lady Christian Eagles today have scored at least 1 point. Everybody getting involved. Wanted to mention really quick Sydney Julian, who's been with the team over the first 7 games, not on the roster tonight for the Lady Eagles. On the other side, the Madison Mustangs again went on that nice little 6-0 run to start the second quarter of action. Leading the way for them is Sharita Peggs. She leads the way with 6. Taylor Harris, the center, is also cashed in for 4 points. And Amina Madwa, the point guard, has 5 of her own. So really for the Mustangs, kind of a different tale of the scoring. 3 girls, Peggs, Madwa, and Harris, doing the majority of the work in the scoring department. A little more well-balanced for Jackson Christian. Should be a fun second half of action. We're going to go ahead and take another 3-minute break here from the gym. With just about 4 minutes to go here in the halftime, we'll come back and set the starting 5 for you in the second half of action. But it's a close game down the stretch here in the home opener for the Lady Eagles. The boys will play immediately after against the Madison High boys team. 22-20 the score at Jackson Christian. We're back in 3 minutes on News Talk 101.5.
Did you know there are more than 60 ways to reach customers today? We know it can be overwhelming trying to understand all of these options, let alone choosing the right strategies that deliver results. Take a deep breath. Help is available from Allegra Design, Print, and Mail in Jackson. Contact us today and we'll share with you tested and proven methods used by thousands of small businesses like yours to deliver satisfied customers and increase sales. Conveniently located at 1029 Old Hickory Boulevard, or visit us online at allegrajackson.com or call 664-1676.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics.
Hi guys, it's the Christmas season. King Jewelers is so excited to have something to celebrate. We're going to have crazy fun specials all month, so be sure to follow us on Facebook, where we're going to announce things like Manic Monday, Win on Wednesday, Freaky Friday, Psycho Saturdays, lots of insanity. But on a more serious note, if you're planning a custom piece for someone for Christmas, now's the time to get in and get that started. King Jewelers, 664-8188, where great things are always in store. Be sure and check us out on Facebook.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep. Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Monday Night Football with the NFL. Only on News Talk. 101.5 FM.
Welcome back to Jackson Christian High School, where the girls are getting set for their second half of action. Andrew Chapman here with you from Jackson Christian. It is a 22-20 game over the first half of action. It wasn't that case the whole way, though. A 10-point lead for the Madison Mustangs early on in the second quarter got them out to a comfortable lead. But then 8 of 10 shooting from the free throw line was able to get Jackson Christian right back in the game and make this a 2-point contest as we move down the stretch. We'll get you the 5 on the floor here for the Lady Eagles. Looks like Ava Jones, Trinity Brooks out there, along with Erin Baines, the younger sister Taylor Baines, and the freshman Alana Yarbrough rounding out the 5 on the floor for the Eagles. As for the Lady Mustangs, who inbound the ball from half court, at the point is Amina Madwa. Out there, Sharita Pegs, the leading scorer with 6. Taylor Harris on the floor, along with Genesis Pearson and Sandrea Hurt. So the original starting 5 in the first half begin action in the second half for the Mustangs. It's with Harris in the far side left corner. And now up with the top of the key, Sharita Pegs. Madwa thought about a 3 on the left wing. And a pass cross perimeter goes into the key. Pegs is spinning and puts one up with the right hand, and it falls. Extends her team high with 8 points on the game. And it's up with the Lady Eagles for the first time in the second half. 24-20 the score. And the Eagles moving from right to left across your radio dial. A travel up high as Madwa played some press defense against Taylor Baines. And the Eagles turn it over on their first possession of the second half. And they pressure in the backcourt. Madwa is double teamed by Baines and Jones. She threw it up court just to avoid the violation, and the pass was grabbed by Yarbrough. So quickly, Eagles with it on their half of the court. Pass from Brooks down low to Yarbrough, and she finishes under the hoop. Easy right-handed layup is good for Yarbrough, and she leads the way with 7. Yarbrough on the other end tried to fight away the ball on a lead pass to Hurt. It was knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Eagles. And Madison will inbound underneath their own basket. Inbound goes to Taylor Harris in the short corner, pass to the right wing. Now Madwa, a give to her in the corner, and she airballs a 3-point attempt. Brooks came up with the rebound, and as Brooks was trying to get the ball into the front court, she was shoved out of bounds. And a whistle blown against Genesis Pearson. The tall Pearson hit with her 3rd personal foul. So Taylor Baines, the point guard, works it up slowly across the timeline, gives to Erin Baines, dribbles to the right elbow, gives to Jones, dribbling left hand into the key, and puts up a floater and gets it to drop. We have a tie game with under 6:15 to go in the third quarter. 24-24, and a loose ball knocked away at midcourt. It's stolen by the Eagles. Pass down to Brooks, and she finishes high off the glass and is fouled. Will go to the line for a 3-point chance. And the Eagles with a nice little bit of momentum out of the break. They've put up a quick 6 points in the first 2 minutes here. And Brooks trying to complete the 3-point play. She does not. That thing was halfway down and it rattled out, but Yarbrough under the hoop gets the rebound, tried to pass back up high, and it was stolen away. In the key, driving a right-handed layup off the front of the rim. And it's now Brooks pushing the tempo on the other end. She's on the right wing, thought about a 3-pointer, holds up, gives it back up high to Jones. Jones looking down low in the key, doesn't have anyone. Brooks will dial from long distance, and she hits. 3-pointer for Trinity Brooks, who has a quick 5 points in the second half, and now leads the way for the Eagles with 8. And a timeout coming from the Mustangs as they want to talk this over. It's been all Eagles since the halftime break. 22-20 game at the half, and in the first 2.5 minutes, the Eagles have put 9 points on the board. They've done so with a 3-pointer from Trinity Brooks, also a and one that Brooks was able to knock in, so 5 of the 9 coming the way of Brooks, who's been hot. And Alana Yarbrough also cashing in with a field goal of her own. Trinity Brooks is who they ideally want to run the offense through if they can. A couple of games ago, when we were at Gibson County, Brooks had a 17-point game against the South Gibson Hornets. And the Eagles will like to see her stay hot. down the stretch. So 5:28 to go in the third quarter, and it's up to a 5-point lead for Jackson Christian. Largest lead of the game was 6. That's when they went on an early 6-0 run in the opening minutes of tonight's game. They got the ball down low to Genesis Pearson. She tried to put one up with the right hand and got fouled by Trinity Brooks. Brooks has been able to avoid foul trouble. That's just her second personal. So Genesis Pearson, who's in a little foul trouble of her own, goes to the free throw line for the first time, and her first shot rolls off the left side of the rim. And Pearson will take her second shot. Off the front of the rim, didn't go. Brooks right underneath the hoop, able to come up with the rebound. So 0 for 2 from Pearson. And this game stays at a 5-point Eagles lead. Middle of the key, Aaron Baines tried a short jumper, and it was a little too soft. Peggs bringing the ball up. She's on the right wing, gives to Madwa, top of the key. Pass down low to Grace Dyer, puts up a shot, and a whistle is blown. They will hit Lily Barnes with her first personal foul, as she might have slapped Dyer on the arm down low. So Dyer to shoot 2, and the first one hits off the front and back to the rim, does not fall. Substitute coming on for the Eagles. Lexi Bell checks in for the first time in the second half. Dyer with a lengthy free throw ritual at the line, puts up her second, and it clanks in. 1 of 2 from the line goes Dyer for her first point, and the lead down to 4. 29-25, and a pass is stolen away at midcourt, coming off the heels of an Eagles turnover. Brooks was able to get it. She gets it to Barnes down on the baseline, who is double teamed, tied up, looking for a foul, didn't get it, and back the way of the Mustangs. Moving from left to right, it's with Madwa on the wing. Stutter stepped before trying a three-pointer and has whistled for a traveling violation. That's the second time that Madwa's been hit with a travel tonight. The talented point guard with a few turnovers, and the pass deflected by Pearson off the sideline inbound. Madwa came up with it, and a whistle blown against the Eagles. A foul goes against Ava Jones on the left side of the key. After Madwa came up with the ball and was driving to the hoop, Jones just had to get in her way. Off the inbound pass, Pearson grabs it in the key, put one up, and was fouled. So right now the Mustangs are going right at the Eagles down low and saying, if you got to stop us, if you want to stop us, you're going to have to foul us. And right back to the line, Genesis Pearson went 0 for 2 a moment ago, but makes her first. And a couple of subs coming on for the Eagles after the foul. Aaron Baines is out there on the floor. Second shot for Pearson is good. And the tall Genesis Pearson goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Now on the other end, Aaron Baines, a right corner three-pointer, no good. It was a bank shot that went off the glass and didn't fall. Ball was knocked out of bounds. And this one belongs to the Mustangs. Back to a 2-point game after the Eagles jumped to a 6-point lead in the opening minutes of the second half. A pass was down low to Dyer. She put one up, and another foul. I think this is going against Yarborough again, who in the last minute and a half has been hit with 3 personal fouls. So just like that, over a small stretch of time, the Eagles don't want to see anyone get in foul trouble with the 8-girl roster that they're rolling out tonight. But Yarborough in some foul trouble. She'll stay on the floor, though. Off goes Ava Jones, and back into the game, the freshman Taylor Baines. Second shot for Dyer, rims out, and Dyer goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. It's a 1-point game. 29-28, the Eagles lead. And in the front court, Trinity Brooks sails one out of bounds, and it's an Eagles turnover. And just like that, the Mustangs now turn it over. Or at least I thought the official down there, he said he just pointed the wrong direction. He got his left and rights mixed up. So it stays with the Mustangs after the inbound pass was deflected. And Pearson able to get it to Madwa, pressure in the backcourt. The Mustangs advance the ball, but a kick ball, it's off the foot of Sandrea Hurt. No kickball, actually. She just dribbled it right off the front of her right toe, and it went out of bounds. So a turnover by the Mustangs. Backed away with the Eagles. A long lob pass is picked off at midcourt by the Mustangs, going back the other direction. A whistle and a bucket as Trinity Brooks hit the floor. Sharita Peggs was moving quickly to the bucket. She was able to complete a right-handed layup, but they say sorry for those of you listening on the radio, looks like the power might have gone out briefly on our tie line, but I believe we are back with you now on News Talk 101.5. Taylor Baines with it on the inbound, and she's in the far corner trying to dribble out of pressure. She's able to cut through a couple of defenders, put one up at the elbow. It doesn't go, and the Eagles come down with the offensive rebound, and a whistle was blown. Madwa hit with the personal foul. And the inbound goes back up high for the Eagles. On the left wing, Aaron Baines going to try a three. Might have been blocked. I think she was. And a whistle, a late whistle, will hit Sharita Peggs with her third personal foul. Peggs talked to the official saying, I didn't get her. Second personal for Peggs. And it's a baseline inbound. Thought it was in the act of shooting to send Baines to the line for three. Not the case. The inbound goes to the far corner. Taylor Baines tries a three-pointer from the corner, and it's no good. On the other end, Madwa. Cross perimeter pass. It's on the right wing with Peggs. Now in the corner, Sandrea Hurt. Pass into the key. Dyer, double team. Gets one up with the right hand. Too strong. And Yarborough able to pull it down. And it's going back the way of the Eagles. Aaron Baines, wide open three-pointer on the way. Is no good. Hit off the back of the rim. The Eagles unable to hit from perimeter from beyond the arc in this game, and the shot was no good. Aaron Baines up with the rebound. And it's with Taylor Baines. Now Lexi Bell in the corner. At the free throw line, dribbling into the key, goes Lily Barnes, and a traveling call as she's whistled for it. Dribbled from the perimeter all the way into the key, trying to create some space, but took one too many steps before the shot. 1 point game, 30-29 after trailing by 6. Madison has come back on a nice little run here in the third quarter with 2:05 to go. And a shot from inside the key is off the mark. Yarborough down with the rebound. She got double teamed. Trying to get it off to Ava Jones, out of pressure, and a whistle. This will stay with the Eagles. I believe it was a jump ball that they called, staying with the Eagles. Inbounding in their own backcourt. Brooks, inbound pass goes to Lily Barnes. And a traveling call as Trinity Brooks crossed half court. So with the Mustangs, 1:50 to go in the third quarter. It's on the perimeter. Now a pass down onto the block with Dyer. Pass back up high was swatted away by Baines, but the Mustangs able to recover. Pass onto the wing is deflected into the Mustangs bench. Ava Jones nearly stole that away. But it stays with the Mustangs with 1:40 to go. On the perimeter, up high, Madwa, straightaway three-pointer is good. Hit off the front of the rim and dropped in. Madwa now tied for the team high with 8 points along with Sharita Peggs. On the other end, Barnes drove to the baseline, kicks it back up high. Jones at the free throw line, gives to the corner. Along the baseline is Baines, finds Lexi Bell in the corner, and she hits a three-pointer to put the Eagles back within one. So the Eagles will respond with a three-pointer of their own, but in quick transition, Grace Dyer lays one off the glass with the right hand, a good for a layup. Eagles nearly turn the ball over in their backcourt. Taylor Baines able to dribble out of pressure. Ava Jones going to try a 17-footer. It's short off the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Pearson. 45 seconds to go in the third, and a three-point game. It's 35-32 Mustangs. Madwa with it up high, and she will step back towards near court on a reset. It's on the right wing with Sandrea Hurt. Dyer, some help up high, top of the key. And a travel. Took too many steps. Was trying to find someone down low in the key and was walking in the process. Don't even know if she knew it. One of those subconscious travels, if you will. And with just over 20 seconds to go, it's with the Eagles. 35-32, and they lost it. Pass was in and out of the hands of Barnes. And they pressure in the backcourt as Madwa able to get the cross-court pass. Pearson on the block, gives up high to the wing. 2 seconds to go, got to get a shot up, and Madwa hucks one up. The Mustangs weren't looking at the clock. Time was expiring, and they were passing the ball around the perimeter with not a lot of urgency. And it wasn't until the Madison crowd started screaming at them, get the shot up, that they threw up a random three-pointer and missed it. So 35-32, Mustangs able to pull ahead. Let's take a pause here on WNWS and be back for the fourth quarter of action in a moment.
Did you know there are more than 60 ways to reach customers today? We know it can be overwhelming trying to understand all of these options, let alone choosing the right strategies that deliver results. Take a deep breath. Help is available from Allegra Design, Print, and Mail in Jackson. Contact us today and we'll share with you tested and proven methods used by thousands of small businesses like yours to deliver satisfied customers and increase sales. Conveniently located at 1029 Old Hickory Boulevard, or visit us online at allegrajackson.com or call 664-1676.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
When you need to know.
I know. Yeah, I know.
There's only one place to go.
Yeah, I know. I do too.
Get in the know.
What I need to know.
Information you need to know on News Talk 101.5 FM.
We're underway with the fourth quarter of action, and the Mustangs with the ball in their front court, able to get a bucket and then a quick turnover and a foul on the floor that should send the Mustangs to the line. Missed you in the first couple of seconds of the opening, or the fourth quarter, but Alana Yarborough able to finish through contact and complete a three-point play. She now leads the way with 10. Still a 2-point game, 37-35, the Mustangs on top. And after the foul underneath their bucket, it is Sandrea Hurt going to the line for 2 shots. Her first one is up, and it is too strong. Pearson pulls down the rebound and puts it back up and in. That was actually a 1-and-1. The first shot was missed, but Pearson on the offensive board able to keep the possession alive. And on the other end of the floor, the Eagles got a shot up, but it wouldn't fall. A foul, though. Foul against the Mustangs. Their 6th team foul of the half. So one more will send the Eagles to the line on the bonus. First shot was no good by Lily Barnes. Leading scorers for the Eagles tonight, Trinity Brooks with 8, and leading the way, Alana Yarborough, the freshman, with a team-high 10. Second shot was no good as well, 0 for 2 from the line, but Brooks able to get the rebound, and back up high with Taylor Baines. Reset, tries to get to Ava Jones. Amina Madwa nearly knocked the ball away. Would have had a wide open court to stretch had she come up with it, but it was deflected out of bounds. And we have under 7 minutes to go. This game a lot closer than what we saw last Friday at Gibson County, where the Eagles handed the Madison Mustangs an 11-point loss. This game's been back and forth. Eagles led by as many as 6 in the third quarter, but now trail by 2. It's Mustangs basketball in their own backcourt, and the inbound pass goes to Madwa. Full court pressure being applied by the Eagles, and a pass forward into front court is knocked away by Ava Jones, out of bounds along the baseline. And the Mustangs will inbound underneath the basket. Inbound pass goes to Pearson. She kicks outside to the wing, gets up high to Peggs, dribbles to the free throw line. Here comes a long 2-pointer, and it's too short. Wouldn't fall for her. Taylor Harris saved the ball from going out of bounds, but it went right into the hands of Trinity Brooks, who quickly pushes the ball up the floor. Bounce pass leading Baines to the bucket. She fakes a shot and puts one up, and it goes. Tie game, 39-39, with 6:10 to go in the fourth. And a whistle at midcourt. A jump ball, and it will go to the way of the Mustangs. So a quick correction as well, 39-37 game. So still a 2-point deficit for the Lady Eagles with 6:08 to play. Shot was airballed by Madwa, free throw, and ball is going to the Eagles. Aaron Baines pushes it into the front court, now with Taylor Baines on the elbow, gives to Barnes, wide open jump shot, and her 2-pointer is good. Now it's a tie game, 39-39. Brian Freeman, the head coach of the Lady Eagles, jumping and screaming, telling his girls to get back. They were full court pressing, and trying to avoid getting caught on the transition. Madwa going to try a left wing 3-pointer, and it swirls in. Mustangs back up by 3, 42-39 with 5:30 to go in the game. Barnes pressured along the baseline, couldn't do anything with it, and a timeout called by Brian Freeman. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second pause here from Jackson Christian. It's 42-39 Mustangs on News Talk 101.5.
Hey, Dan.
Hang on.
Dan.
Hang on.
Danny.
Whoa, what?
Let's sell this house and buy another.
Say what?
Seriously, this was your house when we got married. We need to find our house.
Emily, mi casa es tu casa.
Your bachelor pad is my bachelor pad?
Okay, babe, look, if we're going to do this, we have to call the Greer Real Estate Group.
Oh, I like them. They really care about their clients, and they know what they're doing.
Well, Brad's hobby is construction and repair. He can help us with what we need to get our house ready for the market.
Friday night basketball from Jackson Christian, and the Eagles and the Mustangs scoring off in a nail-biter. 5:27 to go in the fourth quarter, a 42-39 lead for Madison. Remind you that these two squared off on Friday. If you're just joining us, mentioned it a couple of times earlier on in the broadcast, but we were at Gibson County last Friday, And the Eagles able to give the Mustangs a 54-43 loss. So it was much more lopsided in that one. This game's been close down the stretch. On the elbow, Aaron Baines takes a jump shot. It's off the right side of the rim. Loose ball on the baseline. Lily Barnes comes up with it and gets it back up high where Ava Jones will reset the offense. Gives to Barnes in the corner. Pass to the wing. Knocked away. Madwa got a hand on it. And that ball will stay with the Eagles. Brian Freeman quickly going to his bench and subbing in Alana Yarborough for Lexi Bell. Yarborough leading the way for the Eagles with 10 points. And Lily Barnes inbounds the basketball near midcourt. It's with Taylor Baines, who dribbles over to the right wing. Tried to get a pass to Aaron Baines on the elbow, and it got right past her. Stolen away in the key, and back the other way with the Mustangs. Mustangs moving from left to right. Under the 5-minute mark with 4:47 to go in the game. It's up high with Sandrea Hurt. Hurt guarded closely by Baines. Now on the wing with Pearson. Pass down low into the key, swatted away by Baines, but the Mustangs able to recover and keep the possession alive. Trying to control the tempo now in the final minutes of the game. They lead by 3, trailed by as many as 6 in the third quarter on a nice comeback out of the break by the Eagles. A spin in the lane and a layup is good. Finished off by Peggs, who now is into double digits with 10. Amina Madwa still leading the way for the Mustangs with 11. Barnes gives to Jones on the wing. Double team pressure, gets it across court over to the left wing with Aaron Baines. Dribble into the key. Yarborough puts one up and is bodied to the floor. Tried to get a right-handed floater up to the hoop and was shoved. Will go to the line for 2 points, and that foul is against Sharita Peggs, her 3rd personal of the game. Both teams are in the bonus at this point. 8 team fouls for the Eagles, 7 now for the Mustangs. And the first shot by Yarborough is missed. And a timeout called by Brian Freeman and the Eagles before Yarborough takes her second free throw shot. So it was a 10-point deficit for Jackson Christian in the final few minutes of the first half. It seemed like a game that for a moment might get away for the Eagles if they didn't have some sort of comeback in them. And where they found that comeback was at the free throw line. They were very impressive, 8 of 10 from the charity stripe. Madison played some aggressive basketball in the first half and quickly found themselves in the penalty. And Jackson Christian was able to take advantage of some of those free points. Again, 8 for 10, 80% from the line in the second quarter. And they cut a 10-point deficit all the way down to 2. 22-20 was the score at the half. And out of the halftime break, it was all Eagles. They went on a 9-2 run to take a 6-point lead. But the Mustangs have been able to recover from that deficit, come back for an 11-point swing. They lead by 5, 44-39 with 3:57 to go out of the timeout. And Alana Yarborough, who missed her first free throw, will go to the line and shoot her second. Here it comes, and it's good. So Yarborough 1 for 2 from the stripe, leads the way for the Eagles with 11 points. And pressure being applied on the sideline in the front court for the Mustangs. Pearson, wide open layup off the feed from Harris is good. There was pressure, a triple team up high. That led to an open key down low, and the 2 bigs for the Mustangs able to connect for the easy field goal. Pearson now with 7, and back with the Eagles. It's Taylor Baines bringing the ball into the key, dispossessed by Harris and stolen away. Amina Madwa pushing the ball into the front court and will step back, allow the Eagles to set into a zone. Now going to try a 3 from straight away, and she got it. Thought for a moment that she'd try and control the tempo, let the clock tick down. She said, I've got an open look. And she knocked it down, back up to a 9-point lead as this game has swung significantly since the latter minutes of the third quarter on. Eagles in danger of dropping their second game in a row after a loss at Lexington on Tuesday. It's Ava Jones on the right wing and gets her pass stolen away. Was looking for Brooks along the left wing. Sharita Peggs with the steal. And back with the Mustangs in Madwa. Close defense applied by Taylor Baines. Madwa sets back up high towards midcourt. And off a shift, will give to Hurt. Hurt gives to the top of the key to Peggs. Now to Harris. Pearson comes up high, and the Mustangs playing a little bit of triangular passing right now. Playing that triangle offense. Pass down towards the block. It is Peggs putting a right-handed layup off. Falls off the rim. But the offensive board grabbed by the Mustangs. And a pass stolen away by Ava Jones. Here comes a 2-on-1. Jones driving to the bucket along the baseline. Lost the dribble. Regathers. And her right-handed shot will not fall. Rebound by the Mustangs. Under 2 minutes to go. 1:56 in the game and a 9-point lead for Madison. Trying to get a little revenge from Friday when they lost by 11 to Jackson Christian. Madwa trying to keep the ball away at midcourt from Taylor Baines. Baines trying to get a turnover. Eagles need one and a quick bucket. Try and cut into this deficit with 1:35 to go and a whistle. As all the Eagles can do is foul as Madison trying to play some keep away. With the Eagles in the penalty, that foul against Taylor Baines, her first personal, will send Taylor Harris to the line for 1 plus the bonus. Immediately following tonight's lady action, the Jackson Christian Eagle boys square off against the Madison Mustangs. First time those two sides have seen each other this year. The ladies have played once before, as we've mentioned, but the boys will get their first crack at each other just about 10 minutes after the Lady Eagles conclude. Taylor Harris missed her first shot, by the way, and the rebound was grabbed by the Eagles. And on the other end, Alana Yarborough was fouled. 8th team foul of the half for Madison, and that will send Yarborough to the line for 1 plus the bonus. Taylor Harris checks out, and on comes Grace Dyer. Nine-point lead for the Mustangs. Every free throw important here. Yarborough's first one is too strong, and the rebound pulled down by Dyer. Needed that free throw, and a long pass goes cross court. And it's with the Mustangs with 1:15 to play. Pass on the wing. Madison likely going to try and play some keep away again, but a whistle blown as Taylor Baines reached in, trying to dispossess Hurt, and is hit with her second personal foul. 10th of the half for the Eagles, though, so now the double bonus. And the Mustangs will shoot 2. First shot is up, and it's no good for Sandrea Hurt. Second shot wouldn't fall. 0 for 2 from the line. Yarborough comes up with the rebound, and the Eagles got to score quick. They push it into the front court. Passes over the head of Baines up near the top of the key. And a traveling call as Sharita Peggs was able to come up with the steal, but then walked. So right back with the Eagles with 1:02. You got to try and hit a three-pointer, maybe cut this thing down to a couple of buckets, but you got to score quick. Inbound goes to Aaron Baines, who dribbles along the baseline, now back over towards the elbow and puts up a shot. Is fouled in the process and will shoot 2 shots. That foul against 14, Sandrea Hurt, her third personal. Rather make that her 4th personal. And the 9th team foul. First shot from Baines was no good. And mentioned that great free throw shooting that helped the Eagles come back into the game in the second quarter. 8 of 10 from the line. It has abandoned them here in the 4th quarter. The second shot from Baines does fall, but just one for their last 4 from the stripe. Backcourt pressure being applied on the inbound, and a whistle blown, a timeout with 53.1 to go in the half, or excuse me, in the game. In the second half, that is. For the Madison Mustangs, if they can hold on to this one and pull out the win, that'll be a nice bounce back for them. Mentioned their loss last Friday to For those of you that might have lost us just for a moment, back with you, having some power failures momentarily with the tie line here at Jackson Christian. But as we pick up on that thought, the Madison Mustangs, with that 11-point loss last Friday against Jackson Christian, then lost on Tuesday against Trinity Christian. That was a 20-point loss. So a couple of pretty lopsided games for Madison over their last two, but this would be a nice bounce back on the road at Jackson Christian, get some revenge against the team that beat you a week ago. 45 seconds to go off the inbound, pressure applied in the backcourt, but the Mustangs able to get out of it, and they get the ball onto their side. And a whistle on the floor. This is a foul against Lily Barnes. So Barnes commits the foul and will send Amina Madwa to the strike for 2 shots. And the first one for Madwa off the left side of the rim. Madwa, the leading scorer with 11, Sharita Peggs 10. And the second shot for Madwa, too short, off the front of the rim, and the rebound after it touches a couple of hands is grabbed by Taylor Baines. Baines tied up on the far sideline, able to get it out of pressure. Pass down low now to Lily Barnes, and she finishes with a layup to cut the deficit down to 6 points. Never say never with these Lady Eagles. When we were at Gibson County last weekend, the Lady Eagles were able to pull out a thriller against Clarksburg and the Rockets. In that game, Clarksburg hit a 3-point bucket with just over 10 seconds to go in the game. And that was a go-ahead 3-pointer that gave them a 1-point lead. In the dying seconds of that game against Clarksburg, this was Saturday, so 6 days ago, it was Taylor Baines who was under the bucket and got fouled and went to the line for 2 shots. She went 1 of 2 to tie the game, but then off of the inbound, the ball was knocked away. Baines was scrumming for the ball and got fouled as she did. At that point, Jackson Christian was in the double bonus, and with just about a second to go in regulation, Taylor Baines hit a pair of free throws to give Jackson Christian a 36-34 win. So these girls have battled in pressure before. It's a 6-point deficit, 49-43 with 25 seconds to go in the game. On the inbound, backcourt pressure, 3 of the 5 in the backcourt for the Eagles, and Madison able to get it into their front court. And now a foul. Aaron Baines near the timeline will send the Mustangs back to the line with 17.6 to play. And going to the free throw line is Sharita Peggs, who missed both of her free throws a moment ago, but gets that one to fall. And is now tied for the team high in scoring with 11. Second shot off the back of the rim, and Peggs goes 1 for 2. Taylor Baines gets the rebound, quickly pushing it forward. Aaron Baines fakes the shot, dribbles to the top of the key. Brooks gonna try a 3-pointer, it's an air ball. Had a hand in her face, tough shot. And with time expiring, the Mustangs will dribble out the clock, and they come into town and get a bounce back win against the Jackson Christian Eagles by a final score of 50-43. So for Jackson Christian, they dropped their second in a row and fall to 5-3 after the loss at Lexington on Tuesday. They fall to Madison in the second meeting between these two sides. Leading the way in scoring for the Eagles was Alana Yarborough with 11. The freshman had a nice game, and Trinity Brooks off a solid third quarter where she scored 5 of her 8 was second in scoring. So the two underclassmen, Yarborough and Brooks, leading the way offensively for the Eagles. But every girl, all 8 of them on the active roster, got involved. They all had at least 1 point. Lily Barnes finishes with a couple, along with Hannah DeWitt, a pair of free throws. Just 1 point tonight for Aaron Baines, so a little short of offense for her. Aaron Baines, the senior, not able to get involved in the scoring too much tonight. Ava Jones had 3 points, 1 lone 3-pointer. Taylor Baines with 2. Lexi Bell, 1 one free throw as well. On the side of the Mustangs, Sharita Peggs, she led the way with 11, along with Amina Madwa, tied the team high with 11 points, and Genesis Pearson, third high in scoring with 7. So those three, Peggs, Pearson, and Madwa, doing most of the scoring for Kitty Allen, the head coach of the Madison Mustangs, who get the win and put an end to their 2-game skid. Let's go ahead and take about a 3-minute pause here on News Talk 101.5. When we return, it's time for the boys to take the court. Madison and Jackson Christian, the boys squaring off for the first time this year. First side, these two sides have seen each other, although the girls played each other earlier in the year. We should be in for a fun one as Jackson Christian hopes to pull some of that overtime win momentum from Lexington on Tuesday into their home opener here at Jackson Christian as the gymnasium fills in before tip-off. Let's take a 3-minute pause. We're back for the Eagles pregame show as the boys square off on the other side on News Talk 101.5. Break. 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 Welcome inside the gymnasium here at Jackson Christian High School. We're glad to have you aboard for the boys' side of tonight's action. It is the Madison Mustangs and the Jackson Christian Eagles, an early 3-0 game for Jackson Christian, and a whistle at midcourt. Now we apologize for the late delay after a brief technical issue here at the gymnasium, but if you're listening in, we're glad to have you now on News Talk 101.5 as well as on WNWS.com via video stream. The shot wouldn't go for the Eagles. And now in the left wing, three-pointer in the corner, and it's no good. Peyton Tinsley up with it at the free throw line, and the pass is stolen away by Walter Peggs. Give you the starting five here as we joined you just a tad late. Get that to you in a moment. Three-pointer is no good from Peggs, and the rebound pulled down by Cameron Manners. So the five on the floor for Jackson Christian: Dylan Arnold, Peyton Tinsley, Cameron Manners, Aaron Smith, and Will Cisco. And a traveling violation as Smith walked as he drove into the key. With 6:41 to go here in the opening quarter. Five on the floor for Madison are Drew Mayo, along with Walter Peggs, as we mentioned, the senior. Also out there, as that shot is put up and no good, is number 22, Christian Ballard. Whistle on the floor. Kylan Dalton, the senior point guard, and the starting five along with Jaden Poe. So Dalton, Poe, Peggs, Ballard, and Mayo, the five for Madison. At the free throw line, it's Peggs. He gives into the corner. Here comes the three-point shot, and it's good. Knocked down by Drew Mayo, the junior guard. And it's a tied 3-3 game as both sides have exchanged a pair of three-pointers early. To the key, up to the bucket. Peyton Tinsley couldn't get that one to drop. And quickly pushed up the floor by the Mustangs at the free throw line. A kick out onto the wing. Another three-pointer. That one too strong. And the sharpshooter Drew Mayo, 1 for 3 from beyond the arc in the early going. Dylan Arnold, who hit the big buzzer beater to force overtime on Tuesday, seeing if he has some more magic. Arnold on the wing, guarded closely. And a 5-second violation down low, going back the way of the Mustangs. So turnover from the Eagles. Ball brought up into the front court with Kylan Dalton. And a far sideline inbound. Three-pointer, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Arnold. Jackson Christian in their home white uniforms with that blue trim, navy tops and pants for the Mustangs, and a shove. Dylan Arnold whistled for the offensive foul, and that's going to go against Arnold, his first. Drew Mayo was the one drawing the foul. Not even 5 minutes to go, just 3 minutes into this one, and it's a 3-3 game. Both teams have let it fly from beyond the arc, but have had little success. 1 3-pointer per side. Cameron Manners hits the floor, trying to rebound it. Peggs couldn't get the shot to go. Peggs still without a field goal, even though he's put up 4 or 5 shots here in the early going. And it's on the left wing. Alley-oop throw. Peyton Tinsley comes down with it, couldn't get the layup to fall. Dalton bringing the ball up court. Straightaway three-pointer is too short, and Manners rips down the board. Dylan Arnold in transition. Trying to work some space on the wing. It's in the corner with Aaron Smith, driving along the baseline. Now it's Cisco. A shot from the short corner is good from 17 feet. Will Cisco puts the Eagles back on top in the opening quarter, 5-3. There's a little float pass over the top, kicked back out to the wing, and wide open in the corner. Mayo is too strong from three-point land. Mayo an early 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. See what the game plan is with Mayo. Just going to let him sit outside and try and open him up for a three-pointer while the rest of the guys do the work down low. Tinsley thought about a shot, tried to change to a pass. Ball knocked away, and Peggs able to save it before it goes out of bounds. Mayo on the other end, pass into the corner. It's with Ballard. And now Peggs, guarded closely by Cisco. Back up high as the Eagles set into their zone and try and keep the ball on the perimeter. Peggs, a jump shot off the front of the rim, battle for the ball in the key. Mustangs up with it, and a left-handed finish on the second chance by Jaden Poe. Dylan Arnold going to try a three, and it's off the right side of the rim. Will Cisco battling down low along the baseline, and a foul called. I think they'll say he got shoved in the back. And they hit Kylan Dalton with his first personal. A couple of subs coming on now for the Eagles as Birch Weems gets his first bit of action along with the freshman Aiden Shaw. Pass up to the top of the key was knocked away. No foul called. It's up with the Mustangs. And Christian Ballard, the senior, will bring it up, swinging it around the perimeter and down onto the short corner. Back up to the corner. Long ball on the way from Peggs, and it's no good. Peggs, one of the most athletic players out there for either side, but so far has not been able to find the stroke. He's 0 for without a field goal. That baseline pass in and out of the hands of Aaron Smith. Birch Weems was trying to get Smith, the best three-point shooter on this Eagles team, open for a shot. 5-5. Both sides have had a pretty low shooting percentage here early on. Gotten some decent looks, but been unable to get much to fall. Dylan Arnold steals the pass right in front of that Jackson Christian student section, and on he goes into the front court. On the elbow, Arnold fakes a shot, gives to Weems on the baseline, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Drew Mayo. And the ball will stay with the Eagles. 1:56 to play in the first. Dylan Arnold looking for someone on the baseline, has to get it up. It's to Shaw, up high, back to Arnold, wide open from the far corner, and it's short off the left side of the rim. But it's stolen away by Birch Weems. He gets it up with the right hand, and it was halfway down and rolled out. Got half the Jackson Christian crowd to stand up out of their seats. But now he will stand at the free throw line and shoot two. Multiple ways you can watch us tonight from Jackson Christian here in the home opener for the Eagles. Either tune us in your car, News Talk 101.5, also streaming live via video feed on WNWS.com. Aaron Smith off the floor, and in comes Daniel Brooks, senior point guard for the first time tonight. Birch Weems missed his first, going to try and make it 1 for 2. He does not, misses both, and the rebound is grabbed by Walter Peggs. Peggs on the wing, drives into the key, kick out high, and the shot is no good. Off the back of the rim, Dylan Arnold scrapping for the rebound. He's able to collect. And the Eagles point guard jogging up into the front court will set the defense. A little handoff to Shaw at the top of the key, and the switch is Mayo guard Shaw. Now a swing around to Brooks on the wing. Top of the key, Arnold. Eyeing down Jaden Poe. And now it's with Tinsley. Brooks at the elbow, puts one up. Short 17-footer is no good. Falls off the front of the rim. And Mayo with it on the wing, lost the dribble. Arnold knocked it away, and Brooks was right there to pick up the basketball. He gives to Arnold. Mustangs able to get back in numbers, and Birch Weems along the baseline has his layup blocked by Christian Ballard. And back come the Mustangs. Dalton, the point guard, behind the back dribble, on the elbow, gives back up high to the wing. And with 40 seconds to go, time continues to tick down. Shot is thrown up, no good. Second chance is in. And Walter Peggs, who has been unable to find the bottom of the bucket up until this point, will like to see that one fall. He's in the score column with his first two, and it's a 7-5 lead for the Mustangs with 34.4 to go in the opening quarter. Drew Mayo subs off, and Pegs, for the three-point play, makes the shot. So 3-point lead with 30 seconds in the opening quarter of action. Girls unable to get a win. In the start of today's action, they fall to the Lady Mustangs. Boys trying to change the narrative in the home opener in front of the hometown crowd. Will Cisco over there on the wing, dribbling to the free throw line, kicks to Shaw. Shaw going to try a three, and the freshman connects. Clock under 5, going to try and get one up at the buzzer. It is Dalton, and with Shaw in his face, flings one up. Don't think he got it off in time, and this game will stay tied as we go into the quarter break. Fun one in the opener. Both teams struggled from the field, but get a couple of late shots, and it's tied into the second quarter of action. Let's take a minute break, and we are back in a moment on WNWS.com and News Talk 101.5.
Hi guys, it's the Christmas season. King Jewelers is so excited to have something to celebrate. We're going to have crazy fun specials all month, so be sure to follow us on Facebook, where we're going to announce things like Manic Monday, Win on Wednesday, Freaky Friday, Psycho Saturdays, lots of insanity. But on a more serious note, if you're planning a custom piece for someone for Christmas, now's the time to get in and get that started. King Jewelers, 664-8188, where great things are always in store. Be sure and check us out on Facebook.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics.
Second quarter underway from Jackson Christian High School in a tied 8-8 game early on. Eagles quickly turned the ball over on their first possession of the quarter. Daniel Brooks was looking for Cisco on the baseline. Quickly on the other end, Pegs doesn't get his three-pointer to fall. Loose ball on the floor, a scrum along the baseline, and a whistle going, a timeout actually. Timeout called by the Madison Mustangs as they were scrapping for the ball on the baseline and wanted to avoid the foul call. So if you're just joining us, thanks so much for making us a part of your Friday night. Andrew Chapman, glad to be bringing you the home opener of Jackson Christian basketball. 6-game road trip for Jackson Christian to start the season. Of course, we had a couple of neutral site games, all a part of a tournament against Gibson County, where the boys were able to pull out wins against South Gibson, but fell to Gibson County. As for this Madison Mustangs team, they're coming off a win on Tuesday, a significant win where they doubled up Trinity Christian, beating them by 38, 75-37. The final on Tuesday, and the Mustangs trying to pull some of that momentum into tonight's game with the Eagles. Down in the key, that shot is flung up and off the mark. Good defense applied down low by Shaw. Quickly on the other end, Arnold, a pass down low from the elbow. Tinsley finishes, plus the foul. He'll go to the line for the three-point chance. That's a solid play by Tinsley down low. And Tinsley, the big man, gets that shot to hang on the rim, and down it goes. So Tinsley, with his first points of the game, he has 3. He led the way on Tuesday with 12 points in that overtime thriller against Lexington. Jackson Christian also carrying a lot of momentum into this game after a buzzer beater from Dylan Arnold that forced OT, and a bucket with just seconds to go in OT from Peyton Tinsley to win it and beat the Big Red Tigers to improve to 4-2 on the year. Here's a 17-foot jump shot near the left elbow, does not fall. Jaden Poe was the one that got it up there. And a whistle as Elijah Lovelady, the junior in the game for the first time, I believe, walked and turned the ball over. So even 7 minutes to go in the half, and senior Daniel Brooks brings the ball up and sets the offense. He gives to Peyton Tinsley on the elbow, driving into the key, puts one up with the right hand, does not go. And the rebound grabbed by Walter Peggs. Peggs, a little dish down low, and a finish with the right hand. Jaden Poe coming off the assist, able to lay that one in. Now it's with Aaron Smith on the wing. To Tinsley on the block, little turnaround floater with the right hand. Nifty finish by Tinsley. Crafty move as he's able to work through traffic down near the baseline. And on the other end of the court, an and one as Christian Ballard drops in his first two of the game. Cameron Manners was subbing into the game, but he didn't have his uniform fully tucked in, so the official said, no, go back out of bounds. Tuck that uni in, and then you can come in. The shot from Ballard is good, and he completes the three-point play. So tied at 13 with 6:17 to go in the half. And Dylan Arnold brings the ball up for the Eagles. Coming off a screen from Will Cisco up high, gives to Manners on the wing, swings it over to Shaw. Shaw in the corner, battling some close pressure by Lovelady, and a travel. Lovelady really pressuring the freshman Shaw up along the top of the key. Shaw tried to spin out of pressure, and he took too many steps. Under the 6-minute mark in the first half, and a pass to the far corner with the Mustangs. Lovelady on the wing, a pass into the corner, fake shot by Dalton. He drives baseline, right-handed floater too short. Offensive board grabbed by the Mustangs, and Poe couldn't get it to fall. Cameron Manners comes up with a rebound, and it's going back the way of the Eagles. They find Aaron Smith in the near corner. He's quickly double-teamed and gives back up high to Dylan Arnold. Arnold being guarded by Lovelady. With that pressure D, Lovelady really getting in your face up there at the top of the key, and he shoves Dylan Arnold from behind as Arnold tried to put up a little jump shot from the free throw line. And then they call that foul on the floor, actually. I don't know. I think Dylan Arnold will think that he got shoved from behind as he began to elevate, but foul on the floor. Inbound goes to Cameron Manners, triple teamed below the hoop. He got a shot up, got the offensive board, and tried to put one up to the hoop and was fouled. Well, I don't know how Cameron Manners kept that play alive. He had three guys, most of them his height, surrounding him down in the key. Managed to get the offensive board and draw some contact, make his first free throw for his first point of the game. Peyton Tinsley still leading the way for the Eagles in scoring here early on with 5. Second shot for Manners off the front of the rim. Will Cisco battling for the board, and he gets it along the baseline. Gets it back up high in midcourt. Dylan Arnold driving into the key. Little scoop and a finish with the right hand. Battling through traffic as he elevated. And an underhand lay-in from Dylan Arnold gives him a nifty 2 points. First couple from the field for Arnold. And along the baseline, a blocking foul as Jaden Poe drove to the bucket. Dylan Arnold tried to draw the charge. Instead, he will be hit with the personal foul. Second personal foul for Dylan Arnold, the 5th team foul for the Eagles, who lead at 16-13 with 4:52 to go in the opening half. And the first shot by Poe is good. He leads the way with 5. Will Cisco, with those 2 personal fouls, checks out, and Birch Weems back onto the floor for the second time tonight. 2 for 2 from the line is Jaden Poe, now with 6. And on the other end for the Eagles, it's with Aiden Shaw on the wing. Aaron Smith up high, top of the key, tries to dribble to the corner, finds Weems in the near corner, and a 3-pointer no good. Manners battles for the offensive board. He got it, but his putback shot was off the rim. And it's going back the way of the Mustangs. 1-point game. Smith knocked it away, but it's picked up by Peggs. And the Mustangs will retain possession with 4:20 to go. 16-15. Eagles on top in their home opener. Peggs on the wing. Now cuts to the hoop, gets a feed from the corner. First shot didn't go, second wouldn't go. A third offensive rebound and a foul on the floor will give the Mustangs a baseline inbound. I would say that when you have the starting five for both teams on the floor, there is a pretty significant height advantage for Madison on about 4 of the 5 positions. Right now, the height advantage is just about even, but Madison able to box out and earn themselves 3 offensive rebounds on that possession. Their three-pointer wouldn't go, and the Mustangs come up empty, 0 for 4 on the field over that sequence. It's with Brooks on the right wing, dribbles behind the back, gives to Weems, who swings it around onto the left wing, and now with Aaron Smith, going to try a long three-pointer, and down it goes. Aaron Smith connects from beyond the arc, which you like to see. Most consistent three-point shooter for the Eagles is on the board with his first 3 points. It's Lovelady on the wing. Pass got away, but collected back up high for Madison. Christian Ballard gives to Peggs. Now a pass onto the baseline. It's Ballard, tries to shoot it from behind the backboard. He got it over the backboard, but then a foul was called, and I believe they're going to call that a shooting foul. They do. That's a tough break for the Eagles. Not a position where you really want to foul a guy. Ballard was so tucked against that baseline, like I mentioned, he had to shoot the ball over the back of the backboard just to try and get it to fall. But now he'll go to the line for 1 plus the bonus, and he makes his first. Both teams with 7 fouls in the half, so from here on out, 1 plus the bonus on all fouls. See if these two sides can decide things at the free throw line potentially, as the pass is intercepted in the Eagles backcourt and quickly converted for a bucket. Jaden Poe drops in another. The junior forward leads the way with 8. Aiden Shaw, pass deflected in the backcourt. Will Cisco able to recover. He quickly drives to the hoop, kicks out to Aaron Smith, going to try another 3. Corner shot off the front of the rim, no good. Bursch Weems battling at midcourt. Knocked the ball away, and a backcourt violation as the Eagles able to scrap for the ball at midcourt. Mustangs came up with it, but to get out of pressure, threw it into the backcourt. And tied at 19. It's Eagles basketball with 2:40 to play in the first half of action. Inbound pass at midcourt goes to Brooks. He gives to Shaw in the corner. It is Cisco cutting to the basket. He gets a nice feed from Cameron Manners and uncontested finishes with the right hand. Will Cisco, great awareness in space, one of the most instinctual basketball players for this Eagles offense, and he gets the field goal there, now has 4 on the game. On the other side, an airballed three-pointer, but on a putback attempt by the Mustangs. DeMarcus Gaston, the junior in the game for the first time, was fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Just a case of being in the right spot at the right time, as Jaden Poe hucked one up and missed everything. But Gaston jumped in the air as he grabbed that offensive rebound and was fouled in the process of trying to throw up a shot. Jaden Poe, after missing that three-pointer, will sub out. And into the game, Drew Mayo. Haven't seen a lot from Mayo since the first quarter. Mayo, that guy who's just going to kind of post up, find a comfortable spot beyond the arc and try and connect from three-point land. Aaron Smith driving along the baseline, had his right-handed layup maybe blocked. I think a Mustang got a fingertip on that. And now Peggs from straight away hits a 3. Got to credit Peggs. He had been unable to connect from three-point land until that one right there, but continuing to put up the shots. And that three-pointer gives the Mustangs the lead. Peggs now at 6. First shot no good for the Eagles, but Cameron Manners cleans it up. Left-handed lay-in on the second chance. And Manners now has 3. Driving into the key. Mustangs put one up. It's short off the rim. Christian Ballard couldn't get it to go. And another rebound from Cameron Manners. Good work being put together by Manners down low tonight. He's been effective down there, not only as a scorer and a rebounder, but he's also contributed with a couple of assists. Will Cisco gives over to Aaron Smith. Oh, that was a nice lead pass as Cisco went from the top of the key, cut to the bucket on the feed to Smith, and nearly went uncontested all the way to the hoop, but just had that basketball nudge off his fingertips and out of bounds. So clock ticking down to under a minute, and it's a 1-point advantage for the Eagles, 23-22. And it's with Dalton. Here's a corner three-pointer, uncontested, no good. Drew Mayo with the rebound, and he got blocked. Aaron Smith elevated and rejected Drew Mayo after it looked like he might be able to put that up to the hoop uncontested. And the inbound pass knocked away by Cameron Manners. This will stay with the Mustangs. 45.1 on the clock. And the inbound pass goes to Peggs, who elevates and throws it up with the right hand. There's a lot of hop in those legs of Walter Peggs. From what we've seen tonight, he can elevate higher than just about anybody on the floor, and is willing to go up and draw that contact when he's double teamed, even triple teamed down low. Peggs makes his first of two, and is now second in scoring for the Mustangs with 7. Will Cisco checks out after a couple of good minutes. And Dylan Arnold back on the floor after the senior point guard takes the breather. Peggs misses the second, and the rebound grabbed by Manners. So 1 for 2 from the line, and we are knotted up at 33 in the final 30 seconds of play in the opening half. Daniel Brooks, the point guard, working against Drew Mayo. Dribbles to the wing and has his pass towards Arnold stolen away. Lead pass to Ballard. He gives to Peggs, but Smith right there in the lane, able to knock it away, and he is the winner in the 2-on-1. Great defense showed by Smith. Now up high, top of the key. We'll give to Manners on a reset. Manners to Arnold. 6 seconds to go. Manners up high, gonna have to get it to a shooter. Baseline bounce pass to Smith, out of bounds with 2.2 to play. Would have liked to see Aaron Smith try and open up a space on the perimeter and get up a three-pointer before time expired. But they tried to get a high percentage shot down low instead with 2 seconds to go. Here's a half-court heave, and it's no good. Off the right side of the rim, Christian Ballard couldn't get the prayer answered, and we stay tied into the halftime break. There have been runs from both sides, but really no distance between either side. 23-23. We will take a 3-minute pause here on the online stream and News Talk 101.5, and then be back for the Eagles halftime report, give you some of the first half totals from both sides, and get you set for the second half of action. Tied at 23 on the home opener for the Eagles here on News Talk 101.5 at WNWS.com.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com.
Hi, I'm Grover King, owner and jeweler of King Jewelers. I opened King Jewelers 22 years ago and made it my mission to provide you with quality jewelry at an affordable price. With over 35 years experience as a jeweler, you can feel safe knowing your jewelry is in good hands. Whether you just need a ring sized or want to create a custom engagement ring, King Jewelers will help. My employees are knowledgeable and we put customer service first. No job is too small and every person that walks through our door is important to us. Come to see us at King Jewelers today. 16 Conrad Drive, 664-8188. Shop us online at kingjewelersjackson.com.
I can save you mega bucks if you come in right now. Now! What that really means is I jacked the price way up so I can discount it to make you think you got a deal.
Let's skip all that. Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Langley, and if you actually want to save some money, come visit my family at Gene Langley Ford in Humboldt. We are a small dealership with low overhead. We save, so you save. At Gene Langley Ford, we care about our customers. We don't want to push or trick you. We just want to earn your business, and we don't mind proving it with our low prices and excellent service. So yeah, you can be fooled into thinking you got a deal at that big, mega, huge sale, or you can skip the scam and come to Gene Langley Ford. Let my family show you Southern hospitality at its best. Kick back, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy checking out our lot. We'll give you top dollar for your trade and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in for truly the lowest price around. You really should try Gene Langley Ford before you buy. The dealership service built.
Well, welcome back into the gymnasium here at Jackson Christian High School. The Eagles have returned home after a long road stretch to begin the year. The Eagles come away with a 4-2 record into tonight over their first 6 games. And you know they're amped up after a big win on Tuesday where they forced overtime with a buzzer-beating three-pointer from Dylan Arnold. And late in overtime, Peyton Tinsley converted with a bucket with just under 5 seconds to go to win that game and put an end to a short skid from the Eagles. They lost back-to-back games against South Gibson and Gibson County last weekend, trying to turn the tables with a 2-0 week this week, and they certainly have a chance to do so. We are tied at 23 apiece between Madison and Jackson Christian at the half. Leading the way in scoring is Peyton Tinsley with a team-high 5. Will Cisco has cashed in with 4 points as well. Cameron Manners doing it all. He only has 3, but has facilitated with a couple of assists, pulled down a team high in rebounds. Aaron Smith has also hit a 3-pointer, and Dylan Arnold a couple of points of his own. Meanwhile, it's been a couple of guys who have really gotten the majority of the work done on the offensive side for the Madison Mustangs. Jaden Poe leads the way with 8, and Walter Peggs, the senior, with 7. Christian Ballard also 4 points, and Drew Mayo with 3 of his own. So 23-23 down the stretch. We have just about 4:20 to go in this halftime break, and we'll go ahead and take one more pause here on the halftime report, then come back on the other side about a minute to go in halftime and give you the starting 5 and set the stage for an exciting second half of action. The gym is full. People are excited. The Eagles are home for the first time this year, and we'll take you down the stretch when we return on News Talk 101.5 and streaming live on WNWS.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep. Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto Sales, Airways, and 45 Bypass in Jackson are online at Old Country.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered.
Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at macpestcontrol.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive.
Well, the final minute of halftime ticks down, and if you're just joining us, you picked a great time to. We appreciate you joining us on your Friday night. 23-23, the Madison Mustangs and the Jackson Christian Eagles squaring off. For Jackson Christian, their home opener, and they've certainly given this hometown crowd a bit of a thriller, not only today, but this week as a whole. On Tuesday, they were able to force overtime on the road at Lexington with a buzzer beater by Dylan Arnold at the end of the fourth quarter, trying to carry some of that momentum into tonight and finish with a 2-0 week after a tough weekend where they went 0-2. Let's give you the starting five as the second quarter of action is, rather half is just about underway. And it looks to be the starting five originally from tonight. Cameron Manners, Aaron Smith, Will Sisko, Peyton Tinsley, and Dylan Arnold, the five on the floor. For the Madison Mustangs, Walter Peggs is out there along with Christian Ballard. Kalen Dalton also, along with Jaden Poe and Drew Mayo. So the original five as well for the Mustangs on the floor. The inbound from the Mustangs at half court to get it going. And here's a free throw line jumper off the mark from Poe, but the rebound scooped up on the baseline by Peggs and laid off high off the window to put the Mustangs on top. 25-23, just underway here in the second half. Mustangs moving from right to left. If you're listening, also can watch live tonight on WNWS.com and the Jackson Christian Eagles tab on the homepage at the bottom of the website. Will Sisko in the lane, gets one up, right hand in traffic. That one hung on the back of the rim and down it falls. So first minute of action underway and a pair of buckets traded off by both sides in the early going. It's with Ballard on the right wing working against Smith. Puts up a short jumper and is fouled. Shot went off the side of the backboard. And Christian Ballard will head to the line for two. See who this foul is on. And that that personal foul goes against Aaron Smith. Only Smith's first personal. And foul trouble was an issue for the Eagles on Tuesday despite the win, as Ballard misses his first free throw. They actually had 3 of their 5 starters foul out of the game on Tuesday and still got the overtime win at Lexington. Ballard goes 0 for 2 from the stripe, and it's back the way with the Eagles, 25-all. But it was Manners, Smith, and Cisco all fouling out in the fourth quarter or later in Tuesday's game, that is. Cisco had a shot blocked in the key. Eagles recover and get it back up high. Now a shot in the short corner. Peyton Tinsley couldn't go from 17 feet. And Christian Ballard on the other end gets a pass down low onto the block. Poe knocks down Manners, finishes at the hoop, but Manners drew the charge, and it's going the way of Jackson Christian. Said it earlier in the first half, but Cameron Manners is really doing it all tonight. That's the second charge that he's drawn tonight. He has a couple of assists, leads the team in rebounds, and has contributed a few points on the offensive side as well. So back the way with Jackson Christian. Dylan Arnold brings it across the timeline, lost the dribble, went down to a knee, recovered the ball, and then tried to pass it away, but is whistled for the traveling violation. And turnovers back and forth here in the early going of the second half after a couple of buckets from both sides. And another walk. Going back the way of the Eagles. Back-to-back traveling calls. This time it goes against the Mustangs and senior Kylan Dalton. Dalton looked like he just slipped. Tried to get up to a knee to pass the ball off and was whistled. Tied up at 25. Student section for Jackson Christian across court has been on their feet the entire time. They're not messing around. They've waited 6 games to finally see the Eagles come and play under their own roof. Will Cisco spinning along the wing in traffic, finds a lane and gets one up. Will Cisco with some nifty dribbling as he started on the left wing, dribbled to the elbow, did a 360 spin and created space in the lane to get one up before he was fouled. Will Cisco with 4 points and takes his first of 2 shots. First one is good. I mentioned how Cisco is one of those guys who has fouled out on Tuesday. It's the second time he's fouled out of a game this year. He's a physical player, he's an instinctual player, and if he senses a chance to get the ball, he'll go right after it. Cisco makes both shots from the line, and the Eagles are up by 2, 27-25. Double team, down low on the block, but with a couple of men in his face, the shot is finished off by Christian Ballard. Ballard now with 6. Jaden Post still leads the way with 8 for Madison High. Dylan Arnold coming off a high screen from Manners, gets the switch, guarded against Poe, and now swinging around the perimeter. Smith, that pass down to the left block. Manners kicks out to the far side corner, and dribbling to the elbow, a 17-footer for Arnold is too strong. The rebound pulled down by Kylan Dalton, quickly pushing the tempo on the other end. Right-handed layup off the right side of the rim. Dylan Arnold with the rebound, and the Eagles have numbers. A 3-on-1, fake shot in the corner from Smith. Give down low on the baseline, and Tinsley finishes with a right-handed layup, uncontested for his 3rd field goal. 7 points to lead the way in scoring tonight for the Eagles. Peyton Tinsley on top of the rest. And contact down low. Cameron Manners going to be whistled for a personal foul. Second personal for Cameron Manners. A couple of team fouls from both sides with 4:45 to go. Less physical, I would say, here in the second half, but quicker tempo from both sides. They're both trying to tire each other out. And off of every turnover or off of every inbound, it seems like each side is trying to get a shot up in really no less than 10 seconds. It's pass, shoot right now for both sides. First shot was no good. Second on the way, off the front of the rim. And Poe cannot connect. The Mustangs just 1 for 5 from the charity stripe here in the second half. But unable to cash in on those freebies. Dylan Arnold driving all the way to the hoop, kept it himself. And with a man to his right side, finished with the right hand to put the Eagles up by 4. 31-27 lead with 4:20 to go in the quarter. Drew Mayo trying a 3-pointer. And it did not go. Aaron Smith uncontested on the other end and connected perfectly for that bucket. Dylan Arnold saw Smith behind the defense, streaking to the hoop, and was able to lead him to the bucket for his 4th and 5th points. Corner three-pointer from Drew Mayo, and he buries it. Fouled in the process and has a chance at a 4-point play. Drew Mayo, he's that catch-and-shoot guy who will find his little nook in the corner and put one up the second he has an open look. Just his 2nd three-pointer tonight. He's 2 for 7 from beyond the arc and can't complete the 4-point play as he misses the free throw. But he now has 6 and is going to continue to be a threat from 3-point range. Aiden Shaw, by the way, the freshman, subbed into the game before that free throw. His jump shot beyond the left elbow would not fall. And on the other end, shot is blocked, but the recovery by Peggs. He puts it up off the glass for an easy lay-in, and now leads the Mustangs with 9 points. Walter Peggs, the athletic senior guard, making his mark tonight at Jackson Christian. Dylan Arnold working off the screen for Manners, switches direction on the elbow. Will Cisco thought about a 3, cut to the lane, but he took too many steps. And it's going back the way of the Mustangs. So a substitution off the turnover. Aaron Smith off the floor, and Birch Weems, senior forward, on the floor for the first time in the second half. Kylan Dalton working the ball slowly. Finally a change in tempo from these two sides. This is the first time that Jackson Christian's been able to set in a zone in this entire half. First shot along the baseline would not go, but Christian Ballard draws contact in the lane and finishes fading away with the left hand. Another chance at an and one, as the Mustangs have been able to finish despite contact here in the last minute or so. Drew Mayo drawing the foul and making the shot from beyond the arc. Now Christian Ballard trying to make it a 3-point play. And he does not. Rims out. 2:50 to go in the third quarter of action. We were tied at 23-all at halftime. It's 34-33. These two sides remain nearly deadlocked. That ball off the leg of Aiden Shaw as he was trying to dribble out of pressure along the left wing. And it trickled out of bounds. Turnover by the Eagles. Back with the Mustangs. No side has led by any more than 6 points. Both sides have enjoyed a 6-point lead, though, at one point in this game. That shot thrown up by Ballard. Thought he might have drawn some contact. No whistle. Peyton Tinsley back on the floor, by the way. He came down with that rebound. Will Cisco gives to Tinsley on the wing. Right back to Cisco, and they swing it around the perimeter now. It's with Arnold on the left wing. Spin towards the block. Fadeaway jumper off the side of the rim. He gets his own rebound. Now double teamed along the baseline. And Birch Weems able to kick it back out high. Aiden shot, uncontested three-pointer, and he misfires. But Arnold steals it away. Took it from Poe and finishes with a jumper. That's great awareness by Dylan Arnold to steal that ball on the elbow and quickly finish. Eagles not giving up on the possession, and they've retaken the lead, 35-34. Let's take a 30-second break. We're back at the end of the timeout on WNWS.com and News Talk 101.5.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
So Jackson Christian calling the timeout after the steal and conversion by Dylan Arnold to put the Eagles back up by 1. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter of action. Eagles home opener trying to improve to 5-2 over their first 7 games of this early high school season. Christian Ballard. Close pressure being applied by Shaw. Gets one high off the window. Too strong, with the rebound pulled down by Elijah Lovelady, the junior newly subbed in. gets it to Peggs. A fadeaway jumper off the front side of the rim. Will Cisco falling out of bounds, able to keep it inbounds and get the ball to Arnold, who loses it. Arnold loses the ball. Peggs transition on the other end, goes all the way to the hoop and finishes, gets the foul as well. We mentioned how, at least for my money and what I'm watching here tonight, Walter Peggs probably the most athletic player on the floor, if I had to pick one. A lot of good players out there for both sides, but Peggs' ability to elevate first and foremost, can jump higher than anyone on the floor, and then do what he just did there, finish in traffic and outrun whatever man is next to him, is what makes his game so impressive. He finishes the three-point play and now leads the Mustangs in scoring with 10. Will Cisco able to get it cross court to Dylan Arnold, and right back to Cisco, who will work as the point guard. Gives to Birch Weems on the left wing. Weems dribbles left hand towards the baseline, feeds Tinsley under the bucket, and his underneath layup goes down for two. Tinsley leading the way in scoring, just like he did on Tuesday. Peggs gonna try a three, nothing but net. And Walter Peggs is getting hot after he struggled from the floor in the opening quarter, has now extended his night to 13. Clock ticking down, and even 30 seconds to go in the third. Tinsley fed down on the block, double team, kick back out high to Arnold, finds a wide open Aiden Shaw, who misses a corner three. And the Mustangs pushing forward in numbers, a 5-on-2. They can't get the rebound to go, and the Eagles up with it. Peyton Tinsley trying to push down court, double team, cross court pass. Dylan Arnold thought about taking the shot. Just 5 seconds to go in the quarter, gonna have to get one off. Close defense, he dribbles to the free throw line, jumper on the way, and it banks in as the buzzer sounds. Dylan Arnold, you thought he might try the three-pointer, instead he wanted to get a better look. He found it at the free throw stripe, and he puts the Eagles within one as we have 8 minutes to go, and we're into the stretch, 40-39. 1 point game, the Mustangs on top trying to get the win, and the Eagles trying to make it back-to-back W's. We'll take you through the final bit of action when we return in 1 minute on WNWS.com and News Talk 101.5 FM.
Hi guys, it's the Christmas season. King Jewelers is so excited to have something to celebrate. We're going to have crazy fun specials all month, so be sure to follow us on Facebook, where we're going to announce things like Manic Monday, Win on Wednesday, Freaky Friday, Psycho Saturdays, lots of insanity. But on a more serious note, if you're planning a custom piece for someone for Christmas, now's the time to get in and get that started. King Jewelers, 664-8188, where great things are always in store. Be sure and check us out on Facebook.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics.
Back at Jackson Christian High School, Andrew Chapman with you for the fourth quarter of action. A 1 point game as Dylan Arnold on the first possession of the quarter works along the baseline, went up for the shot, and a whistle sounds. Let's see who this is on. I believe Arnold's going to go to the line. Elijah Lovelady, the junior guard, picks up his first personal foul. And this free throw from Arnold to tie the game. Down it goes, 40-40. Dylan Arnold now with 3 points, still leading the way for the Eagles. Senior center Peyton Tinsley. Arnold makes both of his free throws. And a substitution before the inbound as Trinity Brooks checks in, and off goes, I believe that was Dylan Arnold who just checked off. No, it was somebody else. Double check on that for you. And that inbound pass from the Mustangs nicked off the fingertips of Peyton Tinsley. Mustangs will hold on to it on their side of the court. They're moving from left to right, by the way, if you're joining us on radio. Video also available on WNWS.com for your viewing and listening preferences. Baseline inbound was nearly stolen away by Aaron Smith. He hit the deck and tried to get the pass off, but his rear end was sliding across the court as he did so, and he's whistled for the travel. Lovelady to inbound the ball underneath the bucket. It goes to Walter Peggs, who tries a 17-footer, short off the rim, and Cameron Manners extends his team high in rebounds. Back with the Eagles. 1 point lead after the 2 free throws from Dylan Arnold. 41-40 with 7:12 to go in the game. Peyton Tinsley going to be whistled for an offensive foul down on the block. He lowered that shoulder to try and create some space, and Elijah Lovelady, the man hitting the floor and drawing the charge. Good thing for Peyton Tinsley and really everybody on this Eagles team is that nobody is in foul trouble. By my count, nobody has any more than 2 personal fouls at this point in the game, and the Eagles can play a little more aggressive if they opt to do so. Pass knocked out of bounds by Tinsley. And Elijah Lovelady inbounds to Kylan Dalton near midcourt. That pass on the wing stolen away by Tinsley. Now lead pass to Aaron Smith, who adjusts and finishes with a right hand. Smith saw the pressure coming towards him, and he adjusted, went up and under against his man, and a nifty bit of play by Smith, who can not only hit from 3, but also get those layups down low. Peggs an air ball 3-pointer from the left wing, way too strong, but the Mustangs up with a rebound. Now Lovelady will try a 3, right wing no good, tip-in doesn't go. Another offensive rebound, and now a jump ball as Christian Ballard came down with the 4th offensive rebound of the possession and got tied up on his way to the hoop. No foul, a jump ball, and the Mustangs will hold on to it on their end. Inbound from underneath the hoop goes to Walter Peggs. Along the baseline, he flips it back up high, and it's through the hands of Kylan Dalton. An easy lob pass right towards midcourt, and it went into the backcourt for a violation, and the Eagles get the basketball with 6:18 to play. Dylan Arnold with the ball right in front of that student section on the far corner, gets to Brooks. Straightaway 3 is too soft, but a foul, a shove. And this is going to go against Jackson Christian and Peyton Tinsley. Didn't see Tinsley commit the foul, but it was an off-ball foul. And for Tinsley, that's his 3rd. And just kidding. Again, we have we do a rough count here up in the booth, but the official score down low says that's the 4th for Tinsley. So just when I told you that the Eagles weren't necessarily in foul trouble, now you have your dominant big man Peyton Tinsley 1 away from fouling out. Also, that foul put the Eagles in the penalty and sent Christian Ballard to the line for the 1-and-1. He makes the first, now has 9. Trying to make it 2 for 2, and he does. 10 points for Christian Ballard. 2nd scorer of the night in double digits for the Mustangs. Walter Peggs, the senior, still leading the way with 13. Leads all scorers tonight with those 13. Nice lead pass from Aaron Smith along the baseline. Dylan Arnold battling in traffic. Fades away out of a double team and finishes with a right-handed floater. Walter Peggs, quick transition, left-handed lay-in, planks off the rim. And a shove down low. We'll see who this is on. And it's against the Eagles, a foul down low. They hit Danier Brooks with it. 2 personals for Brooks. He'll sub out. In comes the freshman Aiden Shaw. That's the 8th team foul. And again, a 1-and-1 upcoming for Christian Ballard. And the first one is up and good. 45-43 lead for Jackson Christian with 5:39 to play in the game. Second shot for Ballard, off the front of the rim, off the backboard, and in. A little bit of a friendly bounce for Ballard on that one, who now has 11. Rather make it 12 for Ballard tonight. Long distance 3-pointer from Aiden Shaw. That was NBA range. Hit off the back of the iron and bounced over top of the backboard and out of bounds. Shaw had a decent look at it. He had space, but boy, he was almost pressed against the sideline on that shot. And now a timeout called off of the inbound. Timeout called by the Madison Mustangs. They'll talk over the offense. Every possession important. Still a 1-point game. 45-44. The Eagles clinging to a slim margin. Let's take a 30-second pause. We're back in just a moment on WNWS.com and at News Talk 101.5 FM.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
.5:21 to go in the fourth quarter of action. And for the Jackson Christian fans, students especially, who have been unable to travel around to different high schools and see this Eagles team on the court, they're certainly getting a pressure-packed home opener. 45-44. And a 1-point lead for the Eagles. It is Madison basketball, an inbound in the backcourt. Coming out of the timeout as they talked over the offense and bringing the ball into the front court is Walter Peggs. Pass into the near corner. Now a give down to the block. Back up high, push pass to the point guard, Dalton. He put one up at the rim, didn't go, and Elijah Lovelady, battling for the rebound, shoved off Will Cisco and is hit with a personal foul. Just the 4th team foul in the half, though, for Madison. So they've been really disciplined in the foul department and are still 3 fouls away from winding up in the penalty. Might not even get to that point tonight unless things get a little bit more physical. Meanwhile, Jackson Christian already in the penalty with 18 fouls in the half. Pass down low. Cameron Manners can't finish with the left hand, and the rebound is volleyed over to Drew Mayo. Now in the corner, Pegg's gonna try a 3, and he knocks it down from the corner. Walter Peggs, a team high 16, and has connected from beyond the arc 3 times tonight. Aaron Smith gonna try and answer, and he does. Jackson Christian responds with a 3-pointer of their own and retake the lead 48-47 with 4:27 to go in the game. Let's pause for another 30 seconds on WNWS.com and News Talk 101.5 FM.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
Both sides trading 3-pointers right before the timeout. Welcome back inside the gym here at Jackson Christian High School. 4:15 to go in this one, and a 1-point lead for Jackson Christian. 48-47, the ball with Kylan Dalton. Pegg's gonna try a right wing 3, off the mark, and Cameron Manners with a baseline board. Ford able to get it to Dylan Arnold, who pushes the ball into the front court, and the Jackson Christian Eagles point guard will try and set the tempo here. It's with Smith driving into the lane. Give to Manners on the baseline. Ball knocked away. Loose ball. Will Cisco comes flying out of nowhere and comes up with it. Dribbles along the baseline. Finds Aaron Smith and a double dribble. Smith thought about passing the ball back up to the top of the key, then cut to the baseline, but double dribbled in the process. And a crucial turnover for the Eagles with 3:40 to go. 48-47. Neither side is led by more than 6 in this game. Fadeaway jumper right at the elbow. A nice turnaround knocked down by Christian Ballard. Second highest score with 14. The senior guard, Ballard, and Peggs combining for 30 of the Mustangs' 49 points. Mustangs lead by 1. Manners up high. Nice lead pass to Arnold. Down low. Right-handed layup is good. Plus the foul. Dylan Arnold found a lane. Worked through a couple of defenders. Slapped on the arm. And will go to the line for a 3-point play. Dylan Arnold coming alive in the later minutes, just like he did on Tuesday against Lexington. Hit that buzzer beater to force overtime in a game that the Eagles won. Dylan Arnold to complete the 3-point play. He does. Free throw rattles home, and he is now tied for the team lead along with Peyton Tinsley with 9 points. Aaron Smith has contributed 8 of his own, including a pair of 3-pointers. 2-point lead, 51-49. Baseline layup and a foul. Christian Ballard going to head to the stripe and shoot a pair. Aaron Smith commits his 3rd personal. Again, keep in mind Peyton Tinsley in a little bit of foul trouble as Ballard knocks down the shot. He now has 15. Peyton Tinsley with those 4 personal fouls off the floor right now during some of these crucial minutes as the second one does not go and the Eagles up with it. Still a 1-point lead, 51-50. Gotta wonder when Kyle Teichman is going to risk it and put Tinsley back on the floor. 2:50 to play. And Smith with it on the wing. Smith, a little give and go. Pass outside. Brooks gonna try a 3-pointer and it clinks off the rim. Backed away with the Mustangs, a chance to take the lead. It is with Dalton on the wing, now to Peggs, guarded by Cisco. Peggs pass over to Ballard. Ballard gets a screen, now passes to the right wing, down on the block, it's Peggs. Gonna step back, try a fadeaway jumper, and he knocks it down with a hand in his face. Walter Peggs creates some space and gets another. He now has 18. Cameron Manners guarded by Poe. Little bit of a mismatch there. Coming off a screen, Arnold. Dribbling with the left hand. Gives to Brooks. Nearly lost it. Now he does. Dylan Arnold tried to bait the defender to come off of Brooks and kick the pass out to the corner. I don't think Brooks was expecting it. It was also a little offline, and it went out of bounds right in front of the Eagles bench. Back and forth we go. Can't even tell you how many lead changes there's been at this point. And a 3-pointer from Peggs, no good. Tinsley, by the way, into the game now. So Kyle Teichman gonna risk it, put Tinsley on. Aaron Smith on the other end buries a jump shot. And the Eagles are back in front, 53-52. A lot of scoring here in the second half. It was a 23-23 tie at halftime. And just 1 point separates these two sides with 1:25 to go. At the elbow, a spin from Ballard. Contested shot, no good. Up for grabs. Poe has the rebound. And as he goes to the bucket, he is fouled. I believe Manners committed the foul. No, it was Tinsley. Tinsley committed the foul, and he is out of the game. Tough loss for the Eagles as they lose Peyton Tinsley. Again, with those 4 personals, you knew you were risking it, but he's now out of the game. And Aiden Shaw gonna have to eat up these crucial minutes. Minute 17, I should say. Down the stretch here. First free throw was missed. That's a big miss from Jaden Poe, who puts up the second, and it's well short. Peggs came up with the rebound and gives to Ballard. Now a tie-up. Will this be a jump ball or a foul? A jump ball, and it's going the way of the Eagles. Will Cisco never going to give up on a loose ball, a possession, even when the opposing team has the ball in their possession. He'll try and wrestle it away, and he creates the turnover off the jump ball as a result. Going to be a baseline inbound, though, and 4 of the 5 in the backcourt. Stolen away by the Mustangs, and it's put up by Peggs. The inbound was just stolen away by Poe, who picked his pocket, and Peggs finished. He now has 20. And a whistle and an over-the-top dribble will give the ball back to the Mustangs with under a minute to go. 59.3 on the clock. A crucial turnover for the Eagles. Still within one. Ball at midcourt. Dalton dribbles past Arnold and now gives to Peggs on the wing. Dalton back up high, gonna open up Peggs on the wing. Shaw guarding Peggs, and a foul along the side of the key. Aiden Shaw is hit with the personal. So the 10th team foul for the Eagles, and no longer a 1-and-1. Now it's a double bonus, and Walter Peggs to shoot 2. First one is good. That free throw makes it a 2-point game. 55-53. Peggs a perfect 2 for 2. Nothing but net on both free throws, and Walter Peggs has been locked in down the stretch. Leads all scorers tonight with 22, and he's given the Mustangs their largest lead of the second half. 56-53. A timeout on the floor. Let's take a 30-second pause. We're back in a moment on WNWS.com and News Talk 101.5 FM.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Three-point lead for the Mustangs coming out of the timeout. That is 42 seconds to go in the final quarter. And some backcourt pressure applied by the Mustangs. Got to try and get a bucket here. Dylan Arnold crosses the timeline, and a timeout by Kyle Teichman. Eagles head coach thought that there was nearly a 8-second violation by the Eagles. It was close, I'll tell you that. But with 32.4, Kyle Teichman going to talk over this possession. If you're just joining us here late, then maybe you're one of the few that's not actually in the gym. Great sized crowd. Everybody trying to space out best they can in these crazy times with masks on from both sides. Trying to play high school basketball safely. But if you're just joining us, it's been a fun game. 23-23 tied at the half. And both sides have erupted for quite a bit more scoring here in the second half. 56-53. Leading the way tonight after scuffling from the floor, Walter Peggs, the senior guard for the Madison Mustangs. He's been terrific. 22. That's the most points allowed to a single scorer this year for the Jackson Christian Eagles. On the flip side, though, for Peyton Tinsley, he's out of the game. He fouled out with about 2 minutes to go in the quarter. So that's a big loss for Jackson Christian. They lose one of their big men down low. Aaron Smith and Dylan Arnold, the two remaining guys who lead the way in scoring. Arnold with 9, Smith with 8. And it's Smith who inbounds to Arnold on the far sideline. Under 30 seconds to go in the game. And it's Arnold on the wing. Arnold, hand in his face, Dalton. Now he gives to Cisco, up near the top of the key. Cisco trying to find some room. Dribbles past the free throw line, kicks out inside to the wing. Now back in the corner with Cisco. Manners on the block, puts one up, right hand off the front of the rim. Loose ball, out of bounds, and going the way of Madison High with 9.3 to play. And a 3-point lead. You could tell the first look for Jackson Christian on that possession was try and get the three-pointer, but they just could not find a clean look. Last resort, try and get Manners to get the low post bucket, and he was tightly contested. And a foul along the far sideline by the student section as just about 3 seconds ticked off the clock. 7.7 to go. And these are free throws here in the double bonus. 2 shots for the Mustangs that theoretically could put this game on ice. And the first one is good for senior point guard Kylan Dalton. And a substitution as Cameron Manners enters back onto the floor for the Eagles. Second shot is off the mark. Manners with a rebound, and he got fouled. Shoved from behind by Jalen Poe. Just the 6th team foul, though. Like I told you, Madison been able to play good zone defense without fouling and have avoided the penalty in the second half. Aiden Shaw gets it across the timeline to Dylan Arnold. Puts a shot up, and it's off the front of the rim, no good. And Madison High walks away with a win on the road, 57-53 the final. And after a thrilling game on Tuesday, Jackson Christian back in the loss column after a well-fought battle in their home opener. A game that was close throughout, which neither side led by more than 6 at any point. Both sides had 6-point leads in the first half. Tied at the half and down the stretch. Madison finishes with their second highest lead of the game, 57-53 the final. And if you have to give an MVP in this one, that's certainly going to go to senior guard Walter Peggs, who didn't hit a shot almost the entirety of the first quarter, but really locked in over the final 3 and finishes with a game-high 22 points. Christian Ballard, senior guard, also contributing with 15 points to help lead the Madison Mustangs to the 57-53 win. They missed Peyton Tinsley down the stretch for sure. He's fouled out with about 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Finishes with a team-high 9 along with Dylan Arnold, 9 of his own, and Aaron Smith connecting for a pair of 3-pointers tonight. And he finishes with 8. For Jackson Christian, they now fall to 4-3. And next on the docket for the Eagles is a meeting with Evangelical Christian. That game next Tuesday, followed with a meeting against local rival USJ next Friday. So this week, after a tough 0-2 weekend last weekend in Gibson County, the Eagles go 1-1 on the week and go to 4-3 over their first 7 games. Also for the ladies tonight, unfortunate for them, they do fall to the Madison Mustang ladies 50-43. And although we saw a couple of competitive games tonight, the Jackson Christian Eagles unable to get a win from either side, the ladies or the boys, in their home opener, but still much more basketball to come here across the winter at Jackson Christian High School. I would like to thank you, the listener, for tuning in tonight. You, of course, make it possible to bring you Jackson Christian basketball through the week, and we look forward to doing so again against Evangelical Christian and USJ over the next couple of games, Tuesday and Friday, December 8th and December 11th. We also have to give big shouts to our production crew. Cam back in studio, who appreciate him rolling with some punches and a couple of technical issues between the couple of games, but he's a master on the board back in studio and was able to get us up and going on News Talk 101.5 FM. And of course, Paul and Linda to my right, the crew from Worthy Road Studios, fantastic. Again, helping with the streaming side, getting the video feed for all the viewers at home, and putting on a terrific broadcast tonight. Not the result the Jackson Christian Eagles wanted tonight, a 57-53 final, but we're right back at it next Tuesday against Evangelical Christian. Until then, we of course appreciate you watching each and every night, and we ask that you have a great and safe remainder of your weekend. I'm Andrew Chapman saying so long on a Friday night from Jackson Christian High School.